don't think I've ever met somebody so exactly out of their mind.
We even have more great guests coming up, including John Turturro.
It's called happiness.
Delivering happiness. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Delivering Happiness with Nick Turturro, and listen now.
Chris Rollins here. Hey, of course, we're going to celebrate in July, 4th of July and summer and all that stuff. Let's celebrate this. Life Imaging has FDA-approved state-of-the-art low-dose CT scans that you can take advantage of that can tell you about your heart health today. You got to just give them a call and let them do that, because I tell you what, it can save lives. It really can. Early detection of heart disease and of cancer is a lifesaver. It really is. Several of our listeners have found out they had heart disease because they went into Life Imaging FLA and they were able to go in and get it taken care of and save their lives. You need to get in there. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but it's a $699 value that is definitely worth it. And when you get in there, talk to Judy about getting that heart scan and also the cancer screening. Both of them are super important. I'm so glad that I did it. Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Thursday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's Colbert Court. 5 o'clock hour, do some trivia. We'll end it up with You Heard It Here First. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. And all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Get involved with our question of the day. Watch us do the show. And if you want to send a talk back, get involved with the program, you can do that easily. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air.
Superstar.
Your 3 o'clock keyword is bonus, BONUS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bonus, guys. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We had a winner last night.
Yeah, we did. 6 o'clock.
Was it Luke?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, Luke had a winner at 6 o'clock, so we are...
Look at my winnings.
Starting to pick up some momentum. So go get that money, guys. Bonus is the word. Good luck. We hope you get it.
Yeah, we have, today, tomorrow, and then all next week.
And that's it?
Yeah, we're at 4. Let's get to 40.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
What's the most we've ever had? Like what?
20 in the 20s.
In the 20s, yeah. That's a lot.
It is, and sometimes they do them for 5 weeks, sometimes it's 6, depending on what time of the year. This is a 4-week contest, so it's a little shorter.
Cool. Yeah. Very nice. Have you guys had a good Thursday?
I mean, raise your hand if you wish you were home taking a nap.
Yeah, because of the rain and stuff. Yeah, it's too good.
I mean, yeah.
I love waking up when it's raining. I don't know about you guys. It's like one of my favorite things in the world is to wake up and have it be rainy.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what your plans are. If it was a beach day, not so much.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like the rain. I like it when it rains for some reason. It seems to slow things down a little bit, and I like going a little bit slower these days.
Would you go to an outdoor concert if it was 70% chance of thunderstorms?
You never know. I mean, who knows?
Well, I am Saturday night.
I get a little crazy. What is that?
Let's see. Toto Christopher Cross Romantics at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater.
The Romantics.
And I learned that my brother-in-law is playing with Christopher Cross now on this tour. So I'm go into that. And what I've learned is at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, where the seats were covered
Yeah.
2 years ago, and then at that hurricane, they still have not repaired the covering over the seats.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and it's a
Interesting.
70% chance of rain.
Wow, but don't you get some VIP access with that kind of hookup? I mean, you get a family member of the band.
Yeah, but it doesn't put a cover over the seats.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you get on VIP action down by the stage or something. None of that.
Get behind the stage.
Well,
Get some blow from
okay,
Chris.
Now you're backstage, and now it's like, okay, there's four of my family.
Yeah.
My other sister will be there. Now there's 6 people.
You want to make sure you guys bring towels or something. Because even though there's a 70% chance of rain, those seats have been sitting cooking in the sun all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
You put your butt on those things or your bare legs with wearing shorts, and you're going to come back branded.
Wasn't there an Alan Jackson concert there once when it rained so hard, people were like riding pieces of cardboard or whatever down that hill toward the stage or something?
Yeah,
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh, it could be worse, right? I could be on the lawn. Sorry, people with lawn seats.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
We say seats. Lawn passes. Sorry.
Sorry, people with a piece of grass to enjoy yourself in. When is this? Is this Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Wow, look at you. That's crazy.
Let's see if the rain chance is reduced.
I don't think so.
That band, the Romantics, had a kind of interesting thing about them. I don't know many other singers that have a speech impediment that like made it that big, but he had a pronounced lisp. The lead singer,
Really?
yeah, Fleep. Yeah, he would. If you watch the video, you could clearly see that he had like a little bit of a lisp there. And I remember thinking back then, like, man, not many lead singers have speech impediments that kind of make it, but he did.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, do you remember that? Like that the guy.
I did not. I never picked up on that.
I didn't either.
On your Fleep or whatever. Yeah, if you listen to the song and watch the video, you can kind of see it. It's not terrible, but it's a little bitty one. And I couldn't think of anybody else that had that. I know that actually there is another one. One of the biggest ones that was ever overcome was a country music artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mel Tillis.
Mel Tillis, yeah. Had a pronounced stutter.
But he could sing fine. You'd never know it by him singing, but when he talk.
Yeah.
Right.
You would get that. He was in Cannonball Run.
Yeah, he was, right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, but he had a very pronounced stutter. But
Didn't
when
James
he sang,
Earl Jones as well?
did he really?
Yeah,
I believe so.
and he didn't talk for the very early part of his life. I think he was into like 6 or so.
Yeah.
Right.
He never spoke.
And we know the King's Speech. Which king was that, by the way?
I
Was that
want to say
Edward?
George.
George?
Was it George?
was
Elizabeth?
George.
Elizabeth's
Yeah.
dad?
Yeah. That obviously that entire movie was about the thing about his speech impediment.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah, never saw it. That's odd.
Oh, that was really good. The King's Speech.
Yeah.
Yes,
I never
very
saw
good
it.
movie.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, me either for some reason. But
You people hate history.
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Now I learn something new about myself every day on the show.
You're welcome.
407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. There is a little bit of news out there we can start off with before we get into some things. Our buddy Trooper Steve is in the news.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw the headline.
I got to tell you, I had lunch with Leon Mills today, and I have an associated story that came from Reddit that really kind of all lines up with what's happening with Trooper Steve right now that I find very interesting. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the program. Nuisance laws have hit the book. We'll talk about those a little bit later in the show. People going into debt for what? That's coming up, and that's kind of crazy. Again, and the big question here is what would you go into debt for? Like, what do you feel so passionate about outside of the absolute things you need
Living.
that you'd go into debt for?
Yeah, I learned that lesson back in the Great Recession. There's a
did
lot
ya?
of things you say, I could never do.
Right.
I could never do. And then you learn, because I do like to eat.
Right,
Maybe
yeah.
not a lot, but
Aldi ketchup isn't that bad.
exactly.
Yeah. Happiest industries to work in. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But
It's got to be radio.
I don't know. The story about LeBron James is kind of interesting. LeBron's been in the news a lot because he just left L.A. and went to Philly. There was a lot of guessing about where he would wind up.
And a lot of surprise that he picked Philadelphia.
Right, he picked Philadelphia. And he just...
My money is still on Miami. They released it early. I believe
Yeah, all right.
it will be Miami.
And he something very incredible happened when he made this move. Did you guys hear the story?
No.
Wow. What do you think? What do you think could be a complete game changer, game breaker for LeBron as he goes into Philadelphia? Something that he just set a record with.
Where his son plays.
No.
Points points scored is the record he set, right?
Yeah. It has nothing to do with basketball per se.
Oh,
Season ticket holder sales.
That's a really good
jersey
guess.
sales.
Fanatics announced Wednesday that James' number 23 Sixers jersey is now the best-selling jersey ever for any player in the first 48 hours after their announcement, passing the previous record set by Shohei Ohtani when he moved from the Angels to the Dodgers in 2023. So right now, he has the best-selling jersey in the history of any sport for a player moving to a new team.
I wonder, they do that by total amount of money or the number of units?
Yeah,
because as the price gets higher, you're going to hit the total amount of that money will grow, even though it might not be more specific jersey.
It says here the specific on how many jerseys have been sold were not made available, but the first 72 hours after James' decision saw multiple Sixers colorways with his 23 out of stock on the website. So every iteration of the jerseys, the Sixers jersey is sold out with number 23 because of LeBron. And man, what do you think the first thing I thought about this was? I mean, Jack would know. I don't know if you would know, Deborah, but the first thing I thought when this hit, there's two people I thought about when this thing hit. I was like, damn, dude.
Michael Jordan?
No.
Yeah, well, the 23 made me instantly think of Jordan.
It has nothing to do with Jordan.
Kobe?
No. When he gets in there, man, this guy went in and ruined, like, Allen Iverson. Like his jersey, I mean, I'm not saying he's ruined it. Dr. J, like all those jerseys now are surpassed by a guy who's going to play for this team 1 year.
Yeah, maybe two.
Maybe two max, but more than likely, this is going to be this guy's last season in the league. I mean, he took a massive pay cut. He's not even making close to what he could. The guy's worth $30 million, $40 million a season when he's in, his health. I think he's making like $5 million.
It's a bragging thing, yeah, but ultimately, really, it doesn't matter. It's all about championships.
No,
and
it is.
Either they get it or they don't.
Oh no!
And if he doesn't, he won't be the greatest 76er of all time.
But to me, that's a weird thing. It doesn't matter because with those guys, they poured their heart and soul into those franchises, and to have this guy just skip over, be there for one season, and then completely decimate their jersey sale records. As a legend. Like, I mean, not saying that LeBron's not a legend, but Dr. J, dude. I mean, he really started a different style of almost globetrotter kind of basketball, followed up by Iverson. One of the best handles and point guards in the history of the league.
Yeah.
These guys only played with those teams, I believe. I think Dr. J came from the ABA into the 76ers. I'm not sure if Iverson played for anybody else.
They had a stronger connection, I would say, with the city and the team, whereas, LeBron is coming in as
like a pirate.
A hired gun.
Yeah, he's just coming in there and it's kind of like...
I think I can win with you guys.
Kind of soaking up all the glory. It's kind of sucks. Somebody said that we had a $1,000 winner on the Monsters today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, long-time listener. He said he $1,000 listener on the Monsters today, so we already had another listener today.
Well,
Jack will double-check that, make sure that's right. And while he does that, Deb, you got some news for us?
Yeah, we're going to talk about a concerning report is released on kindergarten readiness. The FAA is poised to waive environmental rules to speed up the space race. And man, insurance costs in the United States are way too high when what one injured hiker was willing to do to avoid calling a helicopter. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News. But right now, we've got some breaking news.
Congratulations to Brenda, who won $1,000 at 9 a.m.
Yay!
And Wendy, who won $1,000 at 11 a.m.
Damn!
Yay! All right.
Going crazy.
And we're back in the lead, baby.
See Lane back there fist pumping. I love it.
We are back in the lead.
We are. Yay! That's 5 for us now.
I can just see that's the hand that he's pumping with is the same hand he steals my Pepsi Zeros with. Son of a... Anyway, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Bonus is your 3 o'clock keyword, BONUS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic starting to get by in the left lane on John Young Parkway northbound at State Road 408. Emergency crews are still blocking that right lane. I believe the on-ramp's still partially blocked there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways. Traffic stop and go westbound on I-4 before Darrell Carter Parkway. There's delays northbound on Florida's Turnpike near St. Cloud. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Round out your protection with life, phone, and pet health insurance from Progressive Insurance.
Ooh, I love saving money, and there is a great way to do something that you need to do if you have a car, you like to drive it, and if you live in the Daytona Beach area, you can save half off your next oil change at the brand new Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Daytona Beach. We're talking 50% off oil changes only at this location and no appointment needed. You can drive in today and save. Now, this is only for a limited time. They're celebrating the fact that they opened this brand new Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Daytona Beach. It's at 2081 LPGA Boulevard, just east of Williamson. And, you know, you can always save at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You can go to their website, find the one near you, look for coupons as well on their website. It's VIOC.com. That's VIOC.com for Valvoline Instant Oil Change. And if you're in Daytona Beach, go get your half-price oil changed.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Ready to sell your home and make the process as stress-free as possible? Then contact my friends over at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. When you sell your home with the Nickley Group, you've got great options to choose from. Sell your home the way you want to, and that includes their guaranteed cash program where you can get a fair cash offer for your home and get it sold in as little as 14 days. Go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
When you need cash fast, there are some things you don't need.
Credit checks,
complicated forms,
a long wait.
At Amscot, walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with cash in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
There once was a magic. Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Discover /Distillery, a unique distillery and blending house focusing on creating one-of-a-kind spirits in the heart of Winter Park. Step into their modern tasting room for expertly crafted cocktails and a truly elevated experience. /Distillery. Visit drink/.com.
25 weeks comes down to this.
You ready?
3 wide under the lights. Zero margin for error. Everything on the line. Flirting with 200 miles per hour in the place where this journey began. Race 26, the final hunt for a spot in the chase. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 Weekend at Daytona, August 28th through 29th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
I'm Charles. I got a bad back injury when a truck crashed into my car. You know those lawyer ads. All they talk about are themselves and money, money, money. I wanted the best doctors for my back. I called attorney Glenn Klausman. He got me to really good doctors, and I'm doing great. Glenn was always available to talk to. He got me a great settlement and quicker than I thought possible. Car crash? Call Klausman at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com.
Office, Winter Park.
Today is Cooler with Ross Padgett. Presented by Mills Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and turn to the experts at millsair.com. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
I grew up in several different houses over the years that all had leaky roofs, windows, doors, and or walls. And then I moved to Florida in my mid-20s. We bought our first home, and guess what? It had a leaky roof, windows, doors, and walls. So since then, we've invested over $20,000 in various upgrades over the last few years to try to stop those leaks. Fortunately, knock on wood, it seems like we have. However, I have what I like to call rain PTSD from every place I've lived at leaking over the years. Now, every time it rains, my anxiety goes full bore 0 to 100.
Buddy, I got to tell you, you're in good company because I did the same thing. I had two houses that leaked by the fireplace, and it was a blanking nightmare. I completely understand what you're saying. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Bonus is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's BONUS. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bonus is the word, guys. Good luck. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News. Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, diving in with both feet. JCS News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. A recent report reveals that over half of Florida's incoming kindergartners did not meet the state's readiness standards. The study by the Florida Chapter Foundation found that only 44% of children were considered ready to learn.
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Pinellas County had the highest readiness rate at 53%, while Jefferson County, which is literally just to the east of Tallahassee, had the lowest at 13%.
Irony, right?
Yeah, I know. Meanwhile, there are new guidelines students need to follow when using artificial intelligence in Brevard County. The school board approved new AI policies on Tuesday. AI can be used for research, but students cannot use it to do their work for them. Also, students and teachers will be required to independently fact-check all information. Details will be shared at upcoming workshops for parents and students. Superintendent Mark Rendell tells WESH 2 that AI is a tool we can all use, but we must do so responsibly. And speaking of AI, a new Florida law allows local governments to block data center construction in their jurisdiction and regulates electric companies to ensure high-load users pay their fair share as the state. Now, Dr. Jonathan Kumi is the leading authority on data centers and says they're just inevitable.
Many companies could not run without them. So certainly the bigger the company, the more it relies on computing. So data centers are essential to the modern economy.
And as we see more and more businesses like Visa, cutting 7% of its workforce, saying AI is helping them streamline operations. Residents and lawmakers, of course, are not only concerned about the environmental impact, noise concerns, but also data centers use lots of water to cool and electricity to run the systems. Kumi suggests they be built in rural or industrial areas, saying basically the generator is like a jet engine.
Oh, yeah. Isn't Elon Musk suing Minnesota because they tried to pass, or is it Minnesota? They tried to pass a state law that says that they couldn't build data centers there or something?
I think what he's suing them over is the notification law.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay,
yeah, that's over notification. But yeah, there are AI. I mean, all over the country, there's AI data center concerns. All right.
I just want to make sure it was the notification thing. I just want to make sure it was the one where you could use AI to make anybody you know nude. And
or don't know. Right, and face no repercussions for it.
He's fighting that tooth and nail.
Yeah, he sure is. Says so much. Work is underway in Seminole County to determine what can be cut if voters approve the property tax referendum. Sanford Mayor Art Woodruff, who we've talked to here on the Jim Colbert Show about this very thing, estimates the city would lose how much money in funding if the referendum passes in November.
What city is this?
Sanford.
Sanford. Oh, goodness. 11 million.
18 million.
15 million.
Wow.
Officials recently discussed cutting funding for parks to make up the difference. Woodruff says, listen, the parks are still going to be open, but the city may cut back on maintenance. He also tells Spectrum News 13 the city may have to make layoffs and impose a fire assessment fee.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, a meeting today could determine if some Orange County residents will see their taxes go up. The Apopka City Commission will discuss raising the millage rate by 0.75 mils. That would bring the millage rate to over 5 mils. And officials believe it could generate over $6.5 million for the city. Even if the increase is approved, the commission could still lower it before the budget is finalized in September. I know the Trooper Steve story that you have later on comes very much into play with this vote.
It's wrapped up in that entire thing.
This is the third vote. They weren't able to come to agreement with the first two, and the deadline is tomorrow.
Yeah, they have a commissioner that's holding out because of a couple things we'll talk about later that are very interesting to me, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, immigration enforcement is ramping up in South Florida. We said that this was going to happen. New data shows nearly 6,000 people were booked into federal custody in the Miami area over the past month alone.
Damn, why?
The past month alone. TPS ended.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Immigration judges also issued a record 5,400 removal orders during that time. Miami-Dade County continues to have the nation's largest immigration court backlog. Gentlemen, how many pending cases are there just in Miami-Dade County?
10,000.
14,000.
You guys are adorbs. Totes adorbs. 137,000
nailed it
pending cases.
Jeez Louise, dude, that's insane.
Now, in the meantime, with Alligator Alcatraz closed, ICE is now looking for another facility in Miami-Dade County. NBC reported yesterday that ICE wants a new detention facility with at least 700 beds in the Miami area. It could ease overcrowding at a facility in Miramar. One man who has friends detained there says there's limited access to showers, and an activist says the conditions inside are deplorable. Meanwhile, those who work with immigrants are warning them to be careful. One woman says there's also an increase of ICE enforcement at the airport.
Wow, really?
She advises people without an immigration status to not even travel, saying ICE is picking people up as they wait for their plane at the gate. For its part, Florida officials say they will continue to work with ICE to detain and deport illegal immigrants.
Yeah. Yep.
SpaceX Blue Origin could receive streamlined launch approval if the FAA waives certain environmental rules, including EPA, Endangered Species, Clean Water, and Clean Air Acts. Biological Diversity Governor Affairs Director Brett Hartle says the move is a getaway to special interests.
SpaceX clearly has no problem launching rockets into space. Blue Origin has problems getting them up into orbit sometimes. There's just no facts that support the notion that they can't comply with these environmental laws. They've been complying for the last decade plus.
So last year, there were a record 205 commercial space operations authorized by the FAA, with SpaceX aims to reach this many launches annually within the next 5 years. So I'll say that again. Last year, record 205 commercial space operations authorized by FAA. SpaceX aims to have this many launches annually within the next 5 years.
350.
350 launches a year?
Yep.
365.
10,000.
What?
The FAA wants to hear from the public before it finalizes the rule.
10,000? From where? Like a combination of Houston and Port.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he'd like to have multiple rockets go off in one day. I mean, we've seen it already where we'll have 2 SpaceX launches in one day.
He'd have to hit that number.
There are only so many pads. There are like only so many places they can launch from unless they plan a massive infrastructure increase.
California,
yeah,
Vandenberg.
I mean, look at what he's done with what is it, Spaceport, Texas, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you could basically kind of do the same thing
But
here.
again, 10,000's a lot.
It is a lot. 205 is a lot.
I mean,
Brevard County residents are already talking about seeing cracks in foundations and walls and stuff from the vibrations. I don't know how you mitigate an increase in Space Coast launches without it affecting the very people that live right around and work at those complexes.
Well, you think 3 a day is 1,000, a little over 1,000, right?
Yeah.
So that means you'd have to have
almost like an airport. I imagine it almost being like an airport.
30 a day? Something like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. AccuWeather forecasters say there's now a 90% chance that a rare, highly powerful super El Nino will develop this summer. The climate phenomenon effectively tears apart brewing storms. That's the good part, disrupting development before systems can fully strengthen. However, ocean temperatures in the tropical Pacific are warming at a historic pace. AccuWeather's July Atlantic hurricane season update calls for 8 to 14 named storms. We've only had 2.
Right.
4 to 7 hurricanes and 2 to 4 major hurricanes. What's interesting is that we're really going to see what El Nino has in store for us from November to January. So they're talking about it now, but we're not really going to see the effects until.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be super wet and rainy all winter long.
And possibly cold.
Yeah.
Cold, wet, and rainy, which is more like you'd expect to hear in the Pacific Northwest.
Exactly,
not
right.
here in Florida.
Right.
All right, 2 Pinellas County business owners are accused of trying to scare away protected birds in St. Pete Beach. The FWC says the owner of the Plaza Beach Hotel and the owner of Chris's Beachside Bar spread over 1,000 mothballs in April on the beach where black skimmer shorebirds nest. Captain Matt Della Rosa with FWC's Tampa office says the birds are an imperiled species.
This colony is super important. There's only 6,800 or so of these species in the entire state, and several hundred of those nest right here in Pinellas County.
Now, the FWC says the mothballs were intended to drive the birds away from the hotel. Thankfully, volunteers help remove the mothballs and no birds or children. Because imagine kids see what looks like a gumball in the sand. They don't know what it is. Next thing you know, your 3-year-old has popped a mothball in their mouth.
Yeah, 100%.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. FWC official says the illegal use of chemicals that can harm wildlife has no place on Florida beaches. Hear, hear. A pretty cool story here. Another example of just how rock star the Coast Guard really is. A South Florida Coast Guard crew has successfully executed a dramatic international medical evacuation. An air crew from Air Station Miami deployed an HC-144 airplane to the Bahamas after receiving reports that a 9-year-old American boy was mauled by a pack of stray dogs on a public beach in Bimini. The rescue team safely transported the boy, transferring directly to local EMS crews for emergency treatment at Ryder Trauma Center at Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami.
Damn, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's very cool.
They really are, I think, just unsung heroes that don't get enough credit.
Coast Guard?
100%.
Coast Guard, yeah, absolutely. And when you live in a state like Florida, you know, where you rely on them so much, from the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic Coast, you know, hoorah to those guys.
Yeah, no joke.
All right, a couple of Florida sports notes. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers training camp for the upcoming season is underway, gentlemen. Can you smell the big skin in the air? It started yesterday at one Buccaneer place. Despite some player contract issues, we're looking at you, Baker Mayfield. Head coach Todd Bowles says the players are focused and ignoring outside distractions.
Yeah, a lot of questions about Tampa Bay football this year because one of their other big players is demanding a trade. All kinds of fun stuff is happening over there. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Not negotiating the contract anymore.
Thank God that division sucks. It still gives us a chance.
All right, and then it turns out the Miami Heat are not going to be playing any preseason games in the Middle East after all. ESPN reports the NBA has shelved plans for exhibition games in Abu Dhabi and Qatar because of ongoing tensions in the region. It'd be kind of hard to sell tickets and airfare and everything, right?
Right, oh yeah.
Yeah, hey, come to the, never mind. The Heat were among 4 teams the league was considering for the trip. The NBA says it hopes to bring preseason games back to the Middle East in the future. All right, and then finally, I cheesed about this. So a hiker is recovering. And the craziest part is everything he did just to avoid incurring a cost.
Is it? Are we sure that's why he did what you're about to tell us?
I mean, it's what's in the story.
Okay. Like me?
So a hiker, I don't know if you guys have heard that a lot of folks are now taking Uber or Lyft to the hospital.
Yeah, to avoid an ambulance ride.
Exactly, to avoid the ambulance costs.
It's like $1,500 just to get in the thing, right?
I mean, and if you're medevaced with a helicopter, that's anywhere from what? $30,000 on up. I mean, and that's all out of pocket.
Oh, yeah.
And and in that moment where they're trying to treat you in that golden hour, you don't really have a chance or a choice to say, no, bro, I'm good. I don't have the...
I'll walk.
I'll walk. Yeah, exactly. I'll just put some dirt in a guy. I'm all right.
I'm good. I got an e-bike.
Well, one hiker is recovering after impaling himself on a pole.
On a pole?
And then walking 10 miles... to safety in Montana.
What kind of pole?
David Cifaldi and 2 of his friends were hiking when he fell after slipping on a rock and was impaled by one of his trekking poles.
Oh, my God almighty.
It turns out Cifaldi is a wound nurse, and he sprang into action after noticing, hey, there's a pole sticking out of me.
Going through you, impaling him through you, right?
Yeah. He saw the pole sticking out of himself. He's a wound nurse, so he kind of just, let me take care of this.
Where did it stick him? Where did it get him?
Yeah, it just says that he looked down and he's being impaled. He and his friends then walked down the mountain in an effort to avoid calling a helicopter to lift him off the mountain due to the cost.
Oh, my God.
If you haven't seen the pictures, Jack has put them up on our YouTube
my God. Are we sure that's not AI?
Yeah, we are. I've seen the TV news report on this. Yeah, it's...
Dude, it's through his chest and it looks fake. It looks like he was in a jousting match.
Yeah.
And that's where he caught it. It is through him, dude.
Now,
how did that not hit anything major, like his lung or
it
liver?
Looks like it just kind of got like the muscle and the skin, but without impaling his ribs or any of his...
I love the fact that the dude's just sitting there like he's about to get his temperature taken.
I love the
fact...
fact...
And he's got a pole through him.
I love the fact that he walked 10 miles down the mountain because he couldn't afford an emergency helicopter.
Yeah, dude is a human kebab. and rather than call for the chopper, my man walked it off. That's the toughest guy I ever even heard of. That's Revenant type stuff.
I guess they had to probably cut his shirt off. So he loses that T-shirt.
Now, look at that. That is crazy.
Now, keep the next line in mind while you look at this on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for putting it up there, Jack.
Yeah.
So once he reached a hospital, the pole had been impaled in him for how long?
Oh, come on. Well, it's a 10-mile hike. I mean, it's got to be at least, 4 or 5 hours to walk 10 miles.
I'm going to go 16 hours.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Take the over.
I'll go 36 hours?
How about 7 hours? Jack, you little trickster.
Well, no, I thought it was more.
My logic was right. I was it takes about 4 hours, but I thought he did it and decided, you know what, we'll have some lunch first before we go down.
Now, here's some more proof this guy is Revenant material.
It's not so bad.
Right, exactly. Keeps him balanced.
So once he reached the hospital, the pole had been impaled to him for 7 hours. It was removed, and after a week... he returned to work.
What a moron. That looks like he's like a human kickstand. That's exactly what it looks like. Looks like it's been a training device.
I mean...
that is unbelievable, dude.
It really... Stroke of luck? I mean, a story to tell?
And he's just sitting there. God.
He's probably tired after all that walking.
You would be able to hear me crying like a bitch through a still photo. If that was me.
Oh, can't end it any better than that. That concludes your JCS News.
Ouch! All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is bonus, BONUS. Got about 8 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm way out of your weight class, A, and I have too much knowledge.
That's the first time that's ever been said.
Maybe it is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we're gearing up for a bit of a stormy day. We'll be expecting scattered heavy rain, downpours, and thunderstorms. Most of these starting at around midday, at least the heaviest. However, we could see some working in by late morning. As we head, though, throughout the mid to late afternoon hours, we'll be seeing scattered to widespread heavy showers and thunderstorms. These will gradually wind down throughout the overnight before giving way to a drier start to our Friday morning. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Round out your protection with life, phone, and pet health insurance from Progressive Insurance.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with Renewal by Andersen and get $250 off every window and door this month only. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. With Renewal by Andersen, you're getting American craftsmanship, expert installation, and their signature service. But you're also getting longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors use Fibrex, which doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors are going to last a lot longer. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors are also designed to reduce outside noise, creating a quieter and more peaceful living environment. All you need to do is schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts are going to guide you through the full replacement process from design all the way to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and lock in your savings today, or better yet, stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Hi, I'm Martin Luther King III.
And I'm Andrea Waters King. Summer isn't just for fun, it's for having fun while making a difference.
Realize the Dream is our national call for 100 million hours of service by my father's 100th birthday, and we need you.
Volunteer at a food bank, organize a community project, or simply help a neighbor.
Visit realizethedream.org or listen to my Legacy podcast on iHeartRadio for inspiration, and let's make this summer unforgettable.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print fax tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks, like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch.
Yeah. We like it when you watch.
At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. So as you guys are talking about this guy that got impaled, you guys didn't pay attention to what Jack said. He said that they had to cut his t-shirt and he lost his poor t-shirt. He's more worried about the t-shirt than the dude. Thanks, bye.
That's me, Mr. Sensitivity.
He caught it through his back, so more essentially it went up and around his rib cage through his trap. Picture does look pretty gnarly, but it kind of avoided a lot of stuff.
The impelled hiker could probably buy a new t-shirt if he won $1,000.
Yeah.
Hey, JCS crew, this is Jeff, who just won $1,000 from listening all day, every day to 104.1 Real Radio. Listen for the keyword, put it in, and answer your phone if it says unknown. Because that's what happened to me, and I'm $1,000 richer for it.
Yay! When did that happen?
2 o'clock.
Was that the second one?
We've had 3 today.
Wow, that's unreal.
Oh, that is awesome. We're on a roll.
9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 2 o'clock.
Wow.
Oh, come on. It's 4 o'clock. That's right. That'd be right on schedule.
News joking, you going ham today, man. Look at him.
Come on.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Nick is here as well.
Yo.
Guy says here, rescues on mountains for helicopter rescue evac cost $100,000 or even more if you don't have the insurance for it. But I mean, who
has the insurance for that?
Is that a policy addendum? Where do I check to get helicopter rescues from mountain treks?
I guess if you were going to climb a mountain, you would specifically buy that insurance.
I just die.
Would you really? Is there really insurance for that?
You just read the story.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's specifically insurance for that. I mean, I'll look it up. I've never heard of that. Is there whitewater rafting insurance?
I don't know, but I got tossed last time I went. Ooh-wee.
From Whitewater?
Yeah.
Same here. I laughed so
river?
hard I pee.
I forget the name. It was in North Carolina.
Okay, yeah. It doesn't. How cold was the water?
Water was fine. It was summer.
So worldnomads.com, high altitude travel insurance, cover for climbers.
I'll be damned.
Trekking Kilimanjaro, base camp, or the Tour Mont Blanc. Get covered up to 8,000 meters.
Damn, really? That's cool. How much is it? Does it say how much it is? But I guess when you whitewater raft, the people who are running the rafting agencies, they probably have insurance to cover for that. And I'm sure that's dirt cheap.
Right.
I mean, could you imagine, man, paying for the insurance of that?
No.
God almighty. I would be so...
so in feet, 8,000 meters, how high do you think that is?
8,000 to just short 20,000, 20,000 feet?
Yeah, 26,000.
26. Wow, really? Oh, yeah. Damn, so that's Everest, I mean, basically. That's what they're saying. They're covering you to climb Everest.
Because it would be helicopters can go that high?
I don't think they can.
No, because the air gets too thin.
Yeah. I don't think they can go that high. They have a limit.
But that is
just to get over there, just to prep for climbing Everest, though. I remember there was a show on one of the TNN or whatever, and it was something about climbing Everest. And they talked about people going up there. There's this one guy that's tried it like 3 or 4 times. The last time he tried it, he got stuck up there and lost like most of one of his feet from frostbite, and I think fingers on one of his hands. Lost it completely, and still wanted to go back.
Well, good. He can go help pick up all the
Right.
garbage that
Right.
other hikers and travelers have
Yeah.
left. It's basically like a garbage dump all the way up.
But I think the just the pass to do it, and it's only seasonal. The pass, I believe, is like $10,000 or $20,000, and then all the equipment you have to buy, then
Yeah.
the Sherpas you have to pay for, and all that stuff to get up there. It is not cheap.
Most helicopters normally fly between 500 and 5,000 feet above ground with a typical maximum service ceiling of...
I'll go 15,000 feet.
10 to 15,000 feet.
Yeah.
Somebody said insurance companies have a dangerous activity clause. You do things too dangerous, it's on you.
That's your standard insurance, but so that's why they have specialty insurance like
For the hiker.
Yeah.
Let's hope he had a good
Well,
policy.
When I was doing life insurance, they always ask, do you engage in skydiving or scuba diving?
Right, yeah.
They don't like diving.
I remember when when Rollins signed one of his deals here years and years ago. He said there was a clause in there where they said he couldn't scuba dive or skydive. And I don't know if it's true or not. He loves that wrestling stuff, but it seemed like something that was going to be real.
I mean, I'm certified. It doesn't seem that inherently dangerous.
Yeah,
though.
it does.
Scuba diving?
look,
Yes.
No.
Now,
Yes.
cave diving and scuba diving is a little dangerous.
No, you're not thinking of all the remedial math kids like myself who are going to be asked to go however many meters underwater and do math. It's not going to
No,
work.
you just you stay with your bubbles. You're fine.
Okay, I'll stay with my bubbles. Just don't ask me to count them.
Stay with your bubbles.
But as soon as Jack
No,
said they
you're-
have a notepad and
Yeah.
a pencil and everything,
But
and
they're-
you're underwater doing math.
It's got to actually be one of the safest. I mean, you hardly
think.
ever hear about scuba deaths. You don't, though. I mean, you hear about skydiving deaths all the time. I mean, we have two of the premier skydiving areas in the southeast right here near us. DeLand's one of them.
Yeah.
Skydive DeLand.
Lakeland, right?
And Lakeland. And actually up in Palatka, that's a big time skydiving area up there too. They have like 2 or 3 of those open plane. It is, dude. I'm telling you. K. Larkin Airport. Look it up.
Titusville, you can, I believe, skydive.
Yeah, the only dive part I want is a dive bar.
That'd be a
I
good
bungee
t-shirt.
jumped twice.
Scuba diving is generally considered
Safe.
a low risk
Yeah.
activity.
It is, dude.
When practiced within trained limits.
The thing for me is learning how to breathe with the mask, because I remember the first time I snorkeled. I mean, I remember standing up and thinking, "You're dumb. Like, you should be able to do this pretty easily." And I almost died 3 times in a foot of water.
Because it's unnatural.
It is unnatural.
It's unnatural.
You're
And for-
underwater taking full chest breaths. It's wild.
And for me, as soon as I put in the snorkel and I realize that's all the air I'm going to be able to have, that will trigger a little bit of claustrophobia.
Well, you hyperventilate a little bit at first.
Yeah, because and then you get a little bit of water that comes in over the snorkel, and you start to sputter and cough.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you look like a manatee in distress.
Dude, I got to tell you, the most impressive...
You nailed it.
The most impressive feat of snorkeling I've ever seen is when we used to go to Itchintuckney. Before they shut down the long part of the run, you could go all the way up to the north entrance, and it would take you like 3.5, 4 hours to go all the way down. Now, they only let you go down about halfway. But my buddy Joe would put on his snorkel set right as we got in, and I'm not kidding, dude, would come up like 5 times the entire run. He would just and it would just let the river just roll him down the river.
Oh, what a great view he must have had.
He had his flippers on, and he's a powerful swimmer. He's a good swimmer, and he would just kind of glide down the river, and he found keys and all kinds of stuff, but you can't really stop. And even though it doesn't move that fast, that much water moving slow, you have to latch onto something to stop. So there's no like hanging out. because it'll just keep you moving down the river.
Plus, it's pretty cold too, isn't it?
I mean, you acclimate pretty quickly though. That's why I asked Jack, because the water in the Nantahala, I believe that's in Tennessee. It may not be, but it's where they held the Olympic kayaking there for a while. Like that water is like 55 degrees or something when it comes out of the ground. It's balls cold. Like it's cold, dude. Because when you have the self bailing rafts, Jack,
yes,
and you go over and it hits, the water squirts up those bail holes, right? So you get a blast to the face, and you're having a great time. Your skin is crisp. It's nice and warm outside. You hit that first rapid, which is usually like a 1, and that water hits you in the face. You can't breathe for a second.
When the run I was on, I was sitting on the front right of the raft, and it was the last dip, like the last rapid you go over before the end. And I think it's a common issue. And you said this could be tough. And if you hit it wrong, it kind of bends and it flings you off.
Yeah.
So the boat stayed up, but it shot me out.
Like just bounces you off, right? Or something?
They have volunteers in kayaks and canoes there to catch the people as they go right by the opening. And I had someone just like grab my life jacket.
The nape of your jacket there?
Yeah.
No, we just got a really interesting text at 77031. We have helicopter insurance. We live in remote Pope County, Illinois, and it takes too long for an ambulance to get to us, so we have helicopter insurance. It actually was included in my wife's work package.
No way.
Isn't that crazy?
Ah, dog.
That's cool.
That is very cool. Makes you wonder, like, what's the coolest perk you ever got in your work package?
No joke.
Certainly wasn't that.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a free turkey once.
It was a ham, Jack. And also, don't forget, we do get third row top level seats to shows. And that's a show that the seat is so bad that when you go to the concert, you have to look at the ticket to see who you came to see.
No, you have to bring your own red light to let the FAA know that you're there.
Yeah, a chopper can't take you up there. That's how high it is.
If you have a medical emergency there, you're screwed.
Exactly.
You are screwed. You have to have insurance to go up that high.
You're closer to the sun.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. No Chloe G. Unfortunately, she had to call out today, but we will have a fresh keyword for you right now.
Real Radio has your chance to help students and teachers as they prepare for the new school year. Details at realradio.fm/events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash block in the right lane on John Young Parkway at State Road 408. The on-ramp to the east-west expressway is partially blocked as well. A crash on I-95 northbound near LPGA Boulevard. That's off to the shoulder. There's a disabled vehicle on I-4 eastbound near Universal Boulevard getting cleared up off to the left shoulder. The roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Solar Source, they are your one-stop solar provider. Whether you have a solar system that could have been installed by another company or you are starting fresh, going down the solar road, Solar Source is a company you can trust. They've been doing it since 1984 with over 75,000 systems installed. They offer you a 25-year industry-leading warranty, and they can help offset your power bill. Power bills have been rising. Now might be the perfect time to reach out to Solar Source. They specialize in high-demand homes, helping you offset those rising electric costs with expert-designed solar solutions. And here's the difference. Solar Source has a large service department with manufacturer-recommended expertise, so they can service or fix any solar system, no matter who installed it. Reach out to Solar Source today at solarsource.com for exclusive savings. Solar Source. Lower bills, better performance, total peace of mind.
Congratulations, Dennis. You just won $1,000 from Real Radio.
Oh, wow.
What are you going to do with your money, Dennis?
Party and pay some bills.
With 13 chances each day to get $1,000 in your hand, we ask, Who's Next? This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air has been in business since 1992, right here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. That's Mills Air. It's equipment change-out time. You can get upgrades up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. The number one mistake people make when getting a mortgage is not comparing their quote. It's so easy to compare at my website, thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thatmortgageguydon.com. I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry, wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Your loan is important to us. Please hold. You could be approved in days.
Not at MScott. Just walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info, and walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. MScott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations, all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio. Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks, like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. FUN. F-U-N. That's FUN. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Yes, a beautiful and glorious day it would seem. How about you?
what say you, JCS3? Sorry, I'm trying to go into this real quick. Look, I'm about to be racist for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Hell no. Kilimanjaro, whitewater rafting, being impaled, hell no. If you want to venture, bro, just come to Florida. We have herpes monkeys, crocodiles, and Polk County, bro. You will get all the danger and adventure you could ever have for a lifetime. Okay, bye.
Just trying to wade through one of our retention ponds successfully. That's all you need to do.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Duval.
Two things. Jim, you were asking something you would go in debt for. About 20 years ago, me and my wife went in debt for our dog. She had cancer, and it's not that cheap, so we went in debt for that for a little bit. Also, at what point do we not call it space? I mean, eventually we're literally going to have no more space. So what the hell are we going to call it then? I mean, my God.
I think there's plenty. It's just how much we can access. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack. Yep. Your 4 o'clock keyword is fun, F-U-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000 fun, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win.
We're on one today. We've already had 3 winners today.
Oh, man, it's crazy. $3,000.
We went from second place in our building here to clear first place leader.
Yeah, suck it.
Quick line. Yeah. Suck it's a little strong.
No, it's not.
Suck it's a tiny bit strong.
You're right.
It's a little bit strong.
No. I'll say it again.
Okay, you don't have to. I promise.
Suck it.
All right. Either one of you guys dry beggars. Do you do this thing? You know what that is? A dry beggar? I saw this term the other day, and I was like,
when you hint, wow, those cookies look good.
Yeah.
That's a cookie you got with your meal there, Deb? Oh,
Yeah.
that looks good. Is
Yeah.
that dry begging?
Must be nice to have a spouse that cooks every night.
Oh, yeah.
Must be nice to have that. Oh, yeah, dry begging. You know what it is. Have you do that at all?
Oh, yeah.
How do you do it, though?
Same way.
I think everybody does this, right? I mean, it's so funny. This is a Yahoo Life story. It's kind of interesting. We've covered stuff like this before, but
you don't remember? Elixir loaded tots. Hey, you're gonna eat them?
right?
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna eat all those, right? Dry begging is when someone indirectly asks for something. There's a need there, but they're not stating it clearly. And it says, you ever have you ever frustratingly mumble to your partner that it must be nice to have a partner who walks the dog and hope that they would walk the dog more often?
Right.
Rather than just saying it outright.
Yeah. Like my wife and I, if let's say rare night we have ice cream and I finish mine and I look and she still has half. I'm like, you want help with that? She never says yes.
It says one of these people is like
so rude.
One of the other ways they look at it is instead of stating "I wish we spent more time together," someone who's dry begging would say, "Oh, I guess I'll just stay home with the cat."
Now, see, to me, that's not dry begging. That's just passive aggressive.
Yeah, that's just passive aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't need no fancy new terms. It's just P.A. McGee.
It's just P.A. and it says it weaponizes emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it creates resentment and guilt rather than, yeah, you're right. We should spend some more time together.
Yeah. And the thing is, just ask somebody for the date. How often do you guys go out? Do you go out during the week very often? My wife and I have a set date. We go out like on Wednesday or Thursday nights. We went out last night and had a little something.
With Chris's schedule, it's just simply too difficult.
Is it really?
Yeah, because there's council meetings, art council.
Even during the week?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's not a rare occasion for him to get home well after I do.
No way, really. That sucks. I did not know that.
Yes, it does. And then that's just separate then from events. So then if he's got stuff he's got to do for events, we could do one during the work week. It just can't be a set day.
You know what, man? That work schedule thing with couples or really whomever, it doesn't matter. When I lived back in P-Town, my stepdad worked for the mill, like a lot of people do. There aren't really many places you can make a good living there with insurance and coverage and an opportunity to save some money, and that's one of them, Georgia Pacific. And you work shift work up there, and you never know what you're going to get. The shifts were 3 to 11. There was day shifts, which was 7 till 3, and then the most hated shift of all time was
swing
graveyard.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like you went in at 11 o'clock at night. You worked till like 7 in the morning.
That's why it was nothing to see. an old bar to see guys sitting around
Yeah.
the bar at 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning. They just got off work.
There was a bar for that,
Yeah.
literally right outside the entrance. I don't know if it's still there or not. It was called High Level, and you are exactly right. We would drive by there on the way to school,
and there'd be guys there drinking beer.
And you would think it was like New Year's, like it was just like so many people there at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning drinking because that was that was their evening.
Well, they just got done at Fort Howard, the paper mill.
Who has it? Where it's got to be medical people have it worse than, right? When it comes to schedules, to have a weird schedule to work with your spouse or whatever, it has to be the medical industry.
Medical, firefighters. Police.
Yeah. I would say any of your first responders.
That would be so difficult. Like, my wife and I did deal with this a little bit at one point because I had to get up so early in the morning to do the show, and then I was home at 11 o'clock, and then she was gone the rest of the day. So it was kind of wild. Now it's a little bit more normal. I do get home around 7:30. That's not awful. That's not unmanageable because we do get a couple hours a night. But man, there are couples out there, I'm sure listening to us right now, who have that weird thing where as soon as they get home, their wife has to go, or they have to make these schedules because their work schedules are so different.
That would be tough because you're talking 12, 16, 18 hours on.
Yeah. And it has to be nurses. I mean, that has to be one of the worst because they also have rotated schedules as well, right? As a nurse, you never have like, I get there at 8 and I leave at 5. It's not like that for nurses, isn't it? Isn't it always like scheduled work? Like, isn't it always like, unless you're maybe you run the nursing program or you run the nurses there, there's the head nurse or whatever.
Right.
But it's so funny because when you're in a hospital, we were just there the other day when I was doing my scans, and a girl was like, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and a girl was like, well, yep, just clocking in. Yeah. And and the one that she was clocking, we're just clocking out. She'd worked all through the night till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and she went home, young girl, 2 kids.
Yep.
Getting home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right. And then having to sleep.
Maintain children, do the whole 9 yards.
Also, flight attendants, I would imagine, pilots.
Oh, I can't, and I think that's probably why the marriage rate in those industries is one of the worst, right? Like keeping a marriage together in the airline industry. I think it is, isn't it? I know it's one of the most. I know that industry has one of the highest rates of infidelity, does it not?
Well, that's because the guys are flying around, and you got the
girls too, dude.
The waitresses on the plane.
Yeah, don't say that. That's
flight attendants.
God damn it.
No,
waitresses.
That's okay.
What is this guy?
Next time he's on a flight, someone's going to be like, oh, I remember him. Here's your muffin. From your waitress.
Firefighters got it bad too, man. I can't imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're married to a firefighter out there, what's it, 3 days you have to live at the station or something? You literally live at another place for 3 days. Could you imagine?
You got a bed and a kitchen.
Yeah. How about
you can raise kids? How do you do that?
Well, I mean, it's just like in the military. A great partner. You just like the military. But imagine being a homicide detective.
Oh yeah, just having to get up at any time of the day.
Any time of the day or night, and you got to get up and go.
I just saw. Actually, funny you mentioned that. I just saw an interview for one of these murder shows that I watch perpetually, and it was talking to a homicide detective, and that very thing came up because I remember there was about a 6-month run where he said, I don't think I slept through the night one time because I was getting called in all hours of the night. He had just joined the Atlanta force.
Oh, okay, so it's not Lieutenant Joe Kenda.
No, it wasn't Joe Kenda.
Not homicide hunter.
Yeah. This guy had just joined the force in Atlanta, and he said he was talking about how he'd worked in 3 other places, and Atlanta was by far the worst city to be a homicide detective. He goes, the first 4 hours I was on the job was a homicide where a guy took one to the face in the middle of the street, just in the neighborhood.
Texter's pointing in on so they deliver 2 firehouses. This person writes they have 7 big Lazy Boy leather couches and a huge TV and a pot of full food that they were always cooking.
So in other words, they love
it. I put some romance on that.
Yeah. And we have heard from the nursing profession. If you're a nurse at a hospital, it's shift work. But there are plenty of nurses who have 9-to-5 jobs because they work in a clinic or they work remote or they're outpatient.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, hospital nurses have to have it the worst.
And it's so funny because we were mentioning, you mentioned, they get off work and go to the bars, right? Mm-hmm. Well, somebody said Wally's and the Hideaway are the first thing open in the morning, and back in the day, you would go in there and it would be loaded with nurses from Advent Health from right up the street because there's a hospital right up the street. They would get off their shift and go straight in there, get themselves a little nip, and then head to the house.
After 14 hours of dealing with people, I'd meet,
it's going to take more than a
all
nip.
the nips.
Washing and wiping strange booties for a while.
Oh, no.
That's a hard no thanks. Says, I work at Epic Universe as a tech services guy, third shift. That's when work gets done.
Yeah.
And then 2 or 3 people about this Hideaway bar for nurses. That's crazy. I did not know that. I thought the Hideaway bar was just like a neighborhood stomp that had been around for a while. I didn't realize it was like a nurse.
That's where nurses go to hide away.
like a nurse's filling station over there.
It's like, you might come home in the middle of the night, but that doesn't mean you're ready to go to bed.
Right, exactly.
You kind of have to unwind mentally.
And that's what this guy said. He goes, you do get funny looks buying a 24-pack at 7:30 in the morning.
Right.
Because you're just getting off work. You're going to go home and spend a few hours kind of watching, doing whatever. That's your downtime, or you're going to have a couple beers. It just happens to be at 9 a.m.
And it was always funny, I remember, because doing mornings, people always assumed, oh, well, you have the rest of the day to do whatever. It's like, no, my schedule is your schedule. It's just flipped.
Right.
I'm at work at 4:45 in the morning.
Right. Which means you have to go to bed at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
That never happened.
Yeah.
I would still go to bed at 10 or 11 and sleep for 3 hours and then come home and sleep for another 3 hours. And then
I was talking to a number of the I think with Amy Caulfield, Sweezy, and those guys, and they work, morning television.
The TV
and
peeps.
It's the absolute, she just talks about how brutal. We were just talking about how brutal that schedule is. Like my morning show schedule was a joke compared to what she was doing because of all the prep that goes into TV, hair, makeup, getting ready for all that. She's got to get up at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, could you imagine if you had to be on TV in the morning?
No.
Or anytime?
Or anytime for that matter.
What time did you go to bed when you were working the morning shift?
Usually around 9:30 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would get up at 4:45, I think was because I lived 3 minutes from here at that time. So it was so I could ride a bicycle here in 5 minutes. So it was so easy to get here. I could kind of burn a few minutes and then get here. And of course, there was my job didn't really require show prep when I was on the show with the Monsters. I just kind of showed up and did my thing. So I didn't have a lot of prep before the program.
I always considered you morning show light.
Morning show light?
Yeah.
How's that?
Because Starbucks was open by the time you got into work.
5:30. Yeah, you're right. That's a matter of fact. I would be waiting for them most of the time to open the door.
Yeah, I'd already been there an hour going. Must be nice, Colbert.
Exactly. And I walked by you.
Must be nice. I've been here for an hour. How's that bagel and hot coffee you got over there? Yeah, you really like that?
I remember walking by your happy ass every morning. I was
yeah.
She's super happy. Look at her.
Yeah. Oh, rolling in 5:55. Tough life.
And I left before you. That was the worst part.
Oh, yeah, you got there at 5. I mean, not 5:55, but then you'd leave at 11.
Yeah.
I was there for another hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us, 77031.
Colbert.
Your 4 o'clock keyword is fun, F-U-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Our buddy, no, not quite yet. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a crash getting cleared up, partially blocking the on-ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound I-4. The off-ramp right lane's blocked. There's a crash on I-4 eastbound near US 192 off to the right shoulder. On the Greenway northbound near the beach line, there's a crash reported as well. We got some scattered showers in the area. The roadways are already wet, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Shows, meals, drinks, even a roller coaster ride. All-inclusive 2-night stay at Luxor or Excalibur, starting at $330 for two. Visit MGMResorts.com.
Check out the hottest homes in the Central Florida market, all in one place with the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Google the Nickley Group or visit thenickley.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Dive into a summer of awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Get up close to orcas, belugas, penguins, and more. Take an all-new Arctic adventure on Expedition Odyssey Fire and Ice, now open. Sing along with Pink Fong's Baby Shark and savor America's best barbecue flavors at Red, White, and Barbecue on weekends now through August 23rd. Stay later for the all-new Electric Ocean with nighttime animal shows and an all-new drone and fireworks show. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Visit 2 days for less than $50 a day. Hurry, offer ends soon. Tax and service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Caitlin, said, "We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. We sold our home for substantially more than we paid, and we were able to move quickly. Thank you, Mark Spain Real Estate." Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be on your home today. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio. Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit HBNUSA.com.
Today is Cooler with Ross Padgett, presented by Mills Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and turn to the experts at millsair.com. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Jim, you made a great point, man. People in the healthcare industry, in particular nurses, firefighters, it's a 24-hour, 7 days a week operation. So at one point I was working Saturday into Sunday, 3 p.m. till 7 a.m., followed by Sunday, 3 p.m. till 7 a.m., followed by Monday at 8 p.m. and 11. 40 hours and 2.5.
In 2.5 days, 40 hours?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Hey, we had the hiker who was impaled but found a way to carry on.
Mm-hmm.
We have an injured listener who's also doing his best.
Okay,
to
good.
get by.
See if we can help.
What do you do, Cobalt Crew? You know, your favorite tea bag in the villas of Duval. And today we raised a beer for pain relief. I was playing around with my munchkin puppy yesterday and ended up hitting my elbow on a chair, and I wake up this morning and it looks like a clown nose. Fun thing is, when I'm driving the golf cart, it jiggles and moves. Have a good show, y'all. Peace!
You see that picture?
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, so it's in our YouTube. Teabag emailed me pictures of his elbow, and he should wash it and probably put some ice on it.
Yeah.
You're such a great dad.
I'm just glad Munchkin was his dog.
Playing with his munchkin?
Yeah.
My hand slipped off and I banged my elbow.
I'm sure it happens.
Your 4 o'clock keyword is fun. F-U-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. We are on one, guys. 3 winners today already.
I know.
Don't let this money go past you, guys. Remember, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, answer the damn thing when it rings. Even if you do not recognize the number, even if it says no caller ID, you got to pick it up. That's how they tell you you've won.
And you only have to wait an hour. By the way, someone also texted us at 77031 with shift work and hard hours.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the wastewater treatment workers, often overlooked, but people flush toilets 24/7.
Wow, is that a shift job? I did not know that.
I didn't realize it either. But
Someone's got to man the plant.
Yeah, exactly.
Working in a smelly place. Like, I went to the transfer station over the weekend, and I wanted to get rid of cooking oil.
Yeah.
You know, and
Oh, your turkey oil, you're finally getting rid of it?
Yeah, that I was holding on to for some reason.
like that old piece of board you sure that's going to come into play one day?
You drive through the building, and it smells like the dump.
Yeah,
right?
it does, yes.
And you used to be able to, they had a big vat, you would go pour it in. But apparently now you have to wait, and a worker comes over and will take it from you because someone overfilled it and it spilled and then went out into the drains and stuff.
Man.
So now they have to man that position. So could you imagine doing an 8-hour shift? Like,
just
and
collecting.
always, I'm there for like 2 minutes, and that smell, I'm like, get me the hell out of here.
It just stays in your nose.
There was that old seafood store over in Winter Park near Orange and 1792. Not Orange. I forget what it is. Over there on 1792, not far from that Einstein Bagels, near the new McLaren dealership. And it was there for years. I cannot remember the name of
Lombardi?
it. Lombardi's, that's it.
Yeah.
And I would I remember going in there and getting fresh fish. I was on a tuna kick for a while, but I wanted really good tuna. And I would have to go to Lombardi's to get this tuna. And bro, let me tell you, bring a change of clothes, because when you walk out, those are done.
Yes.
I mean, because that oil, that smell gets in there. And I remember going in there, and I would never think that you could acclimate yourself to that aroma, right? You could never get used to it, right? Not even close, dude. I walked in there, I was like, man, pretty strong in here. And dude's like, I don't smell it. I hear that all the time. I don't smell any of it. Just being in that environment, like my print shop was the same way. When I had my print shop, you'd walk in it because of the chemicals and stuff. There was a noted smell, but for years I'd never smelled it at all.
I think pet owners have the same thing.
Yes.
Litter boxes, you just kind of get used to a certain smell. People walk in and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
You got cats, huh?
Yeah. And it happened. And look, it happens the other way. Just 2 days ago, somebody, we talk about my laundry detergent, right? And how people freak out about, like, I can't smell my laundry detergent anymore. But apparently,
but you can still pay the bill.
Apparently, it's so strong still that I get people commenting it all the time. My wife just had somebody ask her the other day what perfume she wears,
right?
And she had to tell her it's just our detergent, but we don't smell it anymore.
I think I wouldn't imagine that would be the case for like the medical examiner's office.
Yeah,
I can't imagine you could ever really get used to that.
Yeah, that one I hear is so bad you wind up tasting it. I'm serious. That's exactly what they say. That it's just such a heavy, oily stank that it actually gets up into your sinuses and stuff, and you wind up tasting that for a while. God almighty. Okay, we're done.
Good.
CBS News. Look, this is everywhere, but man, did you guys see the Colin Gray story today? Colin Gray is the father of the kid who shot up that school. And he was sentenced to 15 years in prison today for buying the gun. This is the second person, right?
Yes, you're thinking the first parents would be the Michigan school shooter.
Yeah, the Michigan school shooter where the mom and dad bought him the gun even after he'd shown and had questionable material in his room. Like they previously knew this guy was on the edge.
Oh, no. When the school alerted them that they had caught him shopping for bullets in class, his parents, I believe if I remember the case correctly, had texted him back, well, don't be a dummy and search for that in class.
Right. In other words, yeah.
Just be careful where you're doing it.
And I guess, so Judge Prim is the guy who imposed this 15-year sentence on this guy. And they wanted an 80-year term for this guy. Like they wanted him to go away for a while.
He also told the daughter to kind of cover for him, right?
Yeah, to lie on his behalf, yeah. The judge went off and goes, it's clear you failed as a parent. You did not get him mental health counseling when he was obviously in need. But can I ask, I'm just being a devil's advocate here. Is that fair? Do you think most parents really know when their kids are in need of mental health stuff when you have the pressures of social media, fitting in at school, being a young person in the era of mega communications? Do you think it's really easy for parents to spot that stuff anymore?
I think it's more prevalent now. I think it's never been easier now than it has been, but it's still not easy because as a parent, you don't want to believe that.
Right, sure, yeah.
So you're thinking, oh, they're just having trouble fitting in. I remember when one of my daughters told me, Dad, I have anxiety. I'm like, no, you don't. I just started to, this was years and years ago, and turned out she probably had anxiety. But, I've learned a lot more over the past 10 years plus. However, at the time, you're trying to think, no, that's not my child.
Right. Yeah.
That's not something we have.
And more is being asked of parents these days too, because to police what's happening for their kid with their children in social media is so much more difficult now because there's so many platforms that even if you run them off one or two, it's so easy to reconnect with people on the other ones.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So James and Jennifer Crumbly had ignored their son's, Ethan's, declining mental health. So this is from Spectrum News, New York 1. Ethan texted his mother in early 2021 saying he saw demons and that the house was haunted, but she dismissed the text messages to continue riding horses.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So there was evidence presented in court of him reaching out and specifically saying, I need help. And them not doing anything about it.
And this guy goes to jail for 15 years, literally 2 days after his son was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for 55 charges, murder. And the jury convicted this guy, Colin Gray, on 27 charges, including second-degree murder. God, dog, dude, that's crazy. Yeah,
it isn't. And when you try to get around the issue of school shootings, it's just like Adam Lanza with Newtown.
Right, yeah.
Again,
plenty of evidence there, and the woman goes out and buys him a damn high-powered,
Exactly. Clearly a troubled individual. Clearly. And then the parents buy them weapons.
Yeah, but again, I think the balance is still, and again, just trying to play devil's advocate here a little bit, I still think the balance is if you are a weak parent and you do not understand the context of how that works out, you could, like Jack said, you could say, well, he's going through a phase, maybe he's got a bad friend in his life and he's trying to show out he doesn't have this in his heart, he could never do this, or she for that matter can never do this, because we have two kids up in Lake Mary that just did the same thing as well.
And if they are emotionally charged, you find it's easier if you appease as opposed to have a boundary and say no.
Right.
And you
want to be the cool parent. You want your kids to like you.
Well, you want your life to not be a constant upheaval as well.
Yeah.
It's appeasing for your own peace.
Yes.
And you're just kicking the can down the road for the inevitable because, now we've seen.
Inevitably, that is what you're doing. Yeah. Because that problem's not going away.
It is not. No, it's actually probably only going to get worse because nobody's going to go, you know what, I should just stop consuming this kind of information. Nobody's doing that, right? Fun is your 4 o'clock keyword, FUN. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Let's take a little break. Our buddy Glenn Clausman next with Colbert Court.
Real Radio is is the News Junkie.
When C-Lane said aneurysm, I've seen a couple of videos
Of people having aneurysms?
Yeah. There was one where I'll try to see if I can find this. He was just like walking into the lobby of a building.
Click favorites.
Mm-hmm.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting multiple rounds and waves of heavy rain and storms. Plan for around an 80% chance of rain today. It won't be all day for everyone, but when it does rain, it's going to be quite heavy at times. It could lead to some isolated patchy flooding. A couple of strong storms can't be ruled out either, with frequent lightning as well. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Need a boost for your business? B2B Funding helps business owners access flexible funding from $5,000 to $1 million. If you've been in business for at least 3 months, you may qualify. The process is easy, approval is fast, and funds can be deposited in as little as 48 hours. Whether you need working capital, inventory, equipment, or cash flow support, B2B Funding is here to help.
Apply, grow, get. B2Bfunding.net.
Apply, grow, get funded now. Visit B2Bfunding.net today. That's B2Bfunding.net.
Every minute of every day, another person loses their life to cancer. That's why Stand Up to Cancer has set a bold goal to make early stage detection an essential part of standard of care for all cancers. So join the mission and help save lives today at standuptocancer.org.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we place the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
When you need cash, some lenders hand you a checklist a mile long. At Amscot, walk in with 3 things: photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Then walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather warned for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com. Radio.
104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, let's talk about some crazy shifts. Even at TSA, they had crazy shifts. 2:30 in the morning, 4 a.m., overnight. When you work overnight, a lot of times you had an injury and you had to sit on your butt for wee hours in the morning and hard to stay awake. Crazy times. All right, guys, this is Don Thomas out.
See you,
Thank
Don.
you, Don.
Thanks for the call, buddy.
Thanks for listening.
Fun. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. FUN. Go to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. I'm pushing this hard today because we've already had 3 winners, if you can believe it.
Yay! We need a fourth.
Simply unbelievable. The Monsters had one this morning at 9. I think Junkies had one at 11 and 2.
Correct.
And, of course, we can try to get one on the way out of here today. Maybe even Tom and Dan can pick one up. That'd be nice as well. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Let's do Colbert Court.
What you are listening to is real. Well, sort of. The participants are not actors. That's a fact. This is, however, a real case that will be decided here in our forum, the Colbert Court.
That's right. Colbert Court brought to you by our good friend Glenn Klausman over to Klausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices right there in Winter Park. 407-917-1718. Car crash. Call our good friend, Mr. Glenn Klausman. Guys, good and loud for Mr. Glenn Klausman.
Yay!
My man, what's
Thank
up?
you.
How you doing, buddy?
Good to be here. Doing
they,
well.
They love you, buddy. And I'll tell you why. Because somebody texted in, and this is not happened very frequently to any segment we have. Is it Klausman Law today? Question mark?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're interested in the segment. This has actually become one of our very most popular segments because people rarely get an attorney that will plainly explain to them what's happening with them in the insurance company. It seems like, I think a lot of people maybe even believe that the attorneys and the insurance companies are working hand in hand, almost like in a partnership to make sure that all the settlements go both their ways so they can keep doing business. And I think it's kind of refreshing that you come in and kind of blow that up a little bit and explain what you have to deal with as an attorney when it comes to the insurance company, so they know. And you're a believable guy. You're very filled with integrity, and people buy it. So I think they like the segment a lot.
Good. I try to be, and I try to help people, and I get a lot of calls from a lot of listeners. And because you tell people that they can call me and I'll pick up the phone and talk to them, I'm busy doing stuff, and my secretary says, "Oh, you got a call from someone who listens to Colbert on the radio." So I got to say, all right, I'll stop what I'm doing. I'll answer the phone.
I apologize.
Yeah.
You can finish your lunch if you'd like. They'll be fine.
I think the problem is when they don't have a legal question and they just want to know if Glenn will recommend anything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hey, want to go throw darts?
They have legal questions that have nothing to do with the kind of work I do, but I try to help them, get them
that's cool.
somewhere to help them.
That's very nice. That's a nice service to provide. Glenn Clausman is a personal injury attorney here in Central Florida, has been here for many, many years, decades of experience around Orlando, specializing in car accidents and everything that happens around that. But he can handle any trip and fall case. If you've been injured on the job, injured anywhere, actually, if you call Glenn, Glenn will give you some great advice and can certainly help you out if you want. He's done that for many, many people here in the Orlando area and will continue to do so for years.
Thanks so much. Yeah, happy to do it. I'm blessed to be able to help.
And we have a great case today. Now, this just came in, or you have this for a while?
This is something that's pretty recent. I've changed the facts a little bit to make it interesting, but yeah, it's something that we're going to see more and more of, unfortunately.
Yeah, 100%. Actually, this has been in the news like perpetually now for like the last 3 weeks. So I think it's quite apt that you have this case today. And for everybody who's just tuning in and has yet to hear Colbert Court, Glenn brings in a case that usually he's negotiating. We kind of read that case. We go around the room trying to figure out what we would do, and then we turn it over to Glenn to find out what the actual answer is. The goal of this segment is kind of explain to you how things work when you hire attorneys for car crashes or other situations, and how insurance companies think and maybe work to keep from paying you what you deserve, and why you need a seasoned attorney like Glenn to kind of work through that stuff. You guys ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Heather, age 14 years old, was at a sleepover at her girlfriend's Molly's house when a neighborhood kid and their classmate, Joey, came by to visit. Joey had an e-bike and asked the girls if they would like to ride around the neighborhood with him. Although the e-bike was a single-seat bike, Molly got in front of Joey on the bike and Heather got behind Joey. They didn't get very far when the bike fell over onto Heather, scraped her knee along the pavement. Heather's ankle is fractured, and she may need a skin graft for her leg. Ooh. You are Heather's attorney. How do you help her? Heather's at a sleepover. She's 14 years old over her friend's Molly's house. Another guy comes by, Joey. He has an electric bike, says, you guys want to go for a ride? I guess he puts one in front, like on the handlebar kind of thing, and one behind, standing on the spokes. Everybody knows that how they did that as kids. They take off, thing falls over. Heather gets chopped up pretty good. Not only does she have a really nasty scrape on her knee, she also has a fractured ankle as well. That may need a skin graft. Those are real cheap these days, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a lifetime thing.
I think that you go after the auto insurance of the boy's parents.
Or what about the homeowner's insurance of the sleepover kid?
You could go for that as well, because it's probably going to be pretty extensive injury. So I would go first for the auto insurance of the parents of the boys who own the e-bike.
Right. Also
potentially their homeowner's insurance, as well as the homeowner's insurance for the home where the girl was sleeping over.
Okay. Let me ask you a question real quick. Sure. Do judges look at situations like this like the girls had a choice? Like everybody immediately is jumping on the kid. The kid just offered something. He does have an e-bike, but the girls had to make a choice to leave that house and get on that bike and go for a ride. So I'm not 100% sure that it's, look, it sounds like it should be Joey's problem or Joey's parents' problem, but I can't say that the girls don't have some responsibility in this either, right?
Well, they're 14.
Well, that's the way the case will be defended.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll defend the case saying the girls are at fault for voluntarily getting on the bike the way they got on it.
Yeah,
they should have known better. That's the way the case will be defended.
They did not have to get on this bike. They could have easily said no. Heather's leg and ankle would be fine right now if they said no.
And then the argument will be made, they're 14 years old, and you wouldn't expect any other 14-year-old to be able to make a decision that can't be backed up by their parents. I mean, the boy's parents should have taught them the seriousness of an e-bike and how someone can get injured. Yeah. And then someone got injured. I think it's just like the school shooting case, right?
Yeah.
It's like the school shooting case. The parents have been found liable for their children's their actions.
Yeah, this is a really interesting one because again, the girls have a choice here. Joey just came over and offered the ride. They did not have to take the ride. Now, of course, Joey probably should have known better. But the girls voluntarily got on this motorcycle or this e-bike.
E-bike, yeah.
I think it's like Molly's parents. I mean, they're at Molly's house. Heather came over to sleep at Molly's house. Mm-hmm. Molly's parents did not secure or whatever. They didn't take care of the scenario, so Joey could come over and do this. I got to tell you, I know that it seems kind of crazy, but it seems like to me that Molly's parents and their homeowners insurance and or auto insurance should cover this. Maybe just their homeowners.
Well, that's why I said homeowners. I didn't see how Molly's parents' automobile policy would be involved in this.
Just that's why I think two homeowners, one auto insurance.
And both of these are under the age of driver, so neither one of these guys had driver's license. The young girls, right? They didn't. They're only 14 years old.
Yeah, and Joey's in the same class with them, so he's the same age.
Right, yeah. He's all the same age.
Does Heather is the injured one, right?
Heather's
injured,
she
yeah.
went to Molly's house for the
Do
sleepover.
her parents have uninsured motorist coverage?
Well, the story with this one is auto insurance is not going to cover this.
Right.
No auto insurance is going to cover it. So because auto insurance doesn't cover it, the uninsured motorist coverage is from your auto insurance, so that's not going to cover it.
So it's out of play.
That's out of play.
So
yeah.
then we are dealing with homeowners
Right,
insurance.
you're dealing with homeowners insurance.
Yeah.
You were right on that. You got that one.
Yeah. So the
I
coin,
say sue all.
yeah,
Just sue everything.
The coin flip here is it Joey's mom and dad's homeowners insurance, or is it Molly's parents' homeowners insurance? I'm going to tell you, this sounds like Molly's parents are going to be.
I think Molly's, because that was the house where she was staying, and it was the other kid comes by.
And regardless of what happens, I know this: Heather's never invited back.
Yeah. Whoa. What about Joey? He's the one who crashed the bike.
He's the one who crashed the bike and the party and started this whole mess.
It's these damn e-bikes.
How do we know it wasn't one of the girls who did something stupid to cause Joey to ride? Joey could be a perfect driver. You never know.
Joey showed up with an e-bike who wasn't invited to the sleepover and decided to cause this melee in the first place.
Put two girls on his bike.
You think Joey just showed up to this girl's house? You don't think they shot him a text or something? Hey, Joey, bring the cool bike over?
Wow. Glenn, I'm always surprised when you say you'd never pick Jimmy for jury.
Yeah.
I'm always super surprised.
I'm asking the right questions.
Jim victim blamer Colbert.
I know, exactly. Well, what was she wearing?
The victim may be the one in the problem here, dude.
Yeah, what was she wearing?
We call it personal responsibility. Jim is a personal responsibility fellow.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Look, there are only two options here, right? Because Heather, even though she was the one that's injured, wasn't at her house. She was at a sleepover at Molly's house.
Correct.
So I believe that it's Molly's parents that are going to have to kind of bear the burden of this. I guess it could be both, but I think Molly's parents are the one, unfortunately, they're going to be caught with this. What do you guys think?
I think you go for both.
You think both Heather and Molly's parents are on the hook?
No, not Heather and Molly. I think Joey and Molly's parents are on the hook. Joey for his part in bringing the e-bike over when he wasn't invited to the sleepover.
Okay.
Molly's parents because it happened at their home and they didn't supervise the e-bike activity.
Interesting. Jack, say you?
Molly's parents' homeowners insurance.
Yeah, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Singularly?
What about Joey's, Jack?
Oh, here we go.
He's just asking a question, Bradshaw. Don't get all chirpy.
Oh, okay.
Look at this. Yeah, I think he bears some responsibility, but how does that tie into their homeowners insurance?
Because homeowners insurance covers something like this. When they first of all,
origin?
Yeah. Well, first of all, because the
That's where
e-bike
Joey lives.
his e-bike is owned by that residence. That's why. The e-bike is owned by the parents who have that residence, and those parents have homeowners insurance that covers them when there's some negligence or liability from a family member that causes someone else to get injured. So it's their homeowners insurance that's going to definitely be on the hook, because the argument certainly is that the parents of Joey should have done some more training with Joey, an explanation with Joey when they got him his e-bike as to what you can do with it and what you can't do with it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What time of day was this?
This was daytime.
It was daytime.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like he snuck over.
No.
Yeah, he was just going over to see a couple friends.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the parents didn't train and educate Joey on the use of that bike and what the things you can and cannot do with it. Obviously, it's a one-seat bike. You don't invite other kids to ride on the back and ride on the front with you, because something bad is going to happen. Something bad is going to happen. You knew something bad was going to happen as soon as you heard the story. And something bad did happen.
My man was just trying to mac the ladies, dude.
Hey, you're not bringing a lot of happy ending stories here, Glenn. There's always something bad happening.
So is it really only Joey's parents? Molly's parents bear no responsibility here at all?
It's interesting. Molly's parents, first of all, did they even know the girls were going out on a bike with him? As far as the parents knew, the girls were out in front of the house. Joey comes by with the bike, and off they go. So whether or not there's a negligence on the part of the parents for not supervising, that's a much tougher question than pinning it on them rather than pinning it on Joey.
So would something like that muddy a case? Like if you were going into the law, would you not even worry about attempting Molly's because you think that maybe it would confuse the jury on who could be initially responsible for this?
Well, the real answer is how much insurance is out there. What kind of insurance do Joey's parents have? What kind of insurance does Molly's parents have? If Joey's parents have enough, you could always bring Molly's parents in, and Molly's parents are going to blame Joey's parents for everything anyway. So now you got two people pointing at Joey's parents for not supervising their kid and not educating the kid on the use of his e-bike.
What if Joey and his parents live in an apartment?
Well, if they live in an apartment, they
Well, that's a
probably don't
great
have,
question,
they
dude.
probably
That was a
don't- they-
texter.
They don't have homeowners insurance. I mean,
Right.
that's the problem. That most people in apartments, all they have is a renter's insurance, and that's a problem. And in this particular case, we send a letter out to Joey's parents, and we say, please give us your homeowner's insurance. And the father calls up and says, my kid didn't do anything wrong. It's the girl's fault. I said, well, that's okay. We can argue that with your insurance company. I need to know who it is so I can start communicating with him.
Yeah.
He says, you ain't getting it, buddy. Pound sand, and hangs up. So we'll get it. We'll have to sue. We'll have to sue Pops, and who told me to pound sand that he wasn't going to give it up. So once he gets sued and served with papers, then he'll tell his insurance company, hey, I got sued. You need to protect me.
Right, yeah.
He has a home. We check with the property appraiser. He owns a home. So because he owns a home, he's got a mortgage, obviously.
He has to have insurance,
Yeah, and
right?
he has to have insurance. He's got homeowners insurance.
Yeah, because he get in trouble for that. If not, I mean, he's kind of in a pickle here.
Right, and mortgage companies usually require
Yes.
at least $100,000 in homeowners insurance
Yeah.
for liability coverage.
Glenn, is there going to be other costs to the Joey's dad who told you to pound sand and hung up? I mean, or is it just, okay, now he gets served with papers, now he gives up the information, and he's back to square one? Or is there anything else that would make him wish that he was a little more cooperative up front?
Well, if he was more cooperative, he wouldn't get sued because he'd give us his homeowner's insurance information. We could then negotiate with the insurance company and probably get the case settled. So because he decided not to cooperate, not to give us his homeowner's insurance information, we've got to sue him to get it. Once he gets sued, we'll send him a letter saying, please give this to your homeowner's insurance company because they will defend you. That's why you have homeowner's insurance. So when something like this happens and you get sued, they defend you. If you don't give it to them, timely, they may turn around and say, hey, buddy, it's your fault. You didn't give this to us timely to defend it. Now it's all on you.
Now it's every bit on you.
Yeah.
I just looked up while Glenn was answering Jack's question. What do you think an average skin graft cost in America at a hospital?
I'll say 30,000.
A total skin graft. A total cost for a skin graft in the U.S. ranges widely from this to this. But then when you research on down and let AI take over, it says that outside of severe burns, when it's just stuff like this, there's usually a cost like this.
20,000.
Do you even know what it is, Glenn?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It varies. I would say probably in this case, if she absolutely needs it, you're probably talking about 40, 50 grand.
Yeah, it says it could go anywhere from $18,000 to $35,000. Small ones can be $1,500 a case, but it says the ones that aren't burns normally are between $1,500 and $26,000. But that's just for the surgery. That doesn't count anesthesiology. That doesn't count the hospital stay. That doesn't count any of the other stuff that goes around the surgery.
Right. The big bill is usually the hospital or the surgery center.
That's
usually the big bill.
Wow. Now, will their homeowner's insurance go up for this?
It probably will, yeah.
Wow.
That's probably one of the reasons he doesn't want to give it up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you make a claim.
So not only is it going to cost the initial money for them, for the insurance company, now it's also going to cost him money long term. And by the way, let me ask, I don't really know this. Maybe you can answer this. So let's say this happens. Joey's dad's or parents' homeowner's insurance goes up, let's say $300 a month.
Okay.
Does it just do that for a period of time and then come back down after there have been no accidents for? But it happens for your car insurance though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you drive for a long period of time with no wrecks or speeding tickets, you get better rates, right? So I'm just going to ask, does that happen with the homeowner's insurance?
That's true. If there's claims, your policy is going to be more expensive when there's claims. How long it's going to be expensive, it just depends on the insurance company. Maybe for 3 years, and they'll reduce it again if you.
Or you just change companies, right?
Yeah, or you change companies. But the problem is when you change companies, the new company is going to get a record of the prior claims. So they'll know at some point the insurance that you had to pay out a claim, and they'll know exactly how much they had to pay out. They'll know exactly what it's for, because the insurance companies are all networked with massive computers. They know everything that's going on everywhere.
Yeah.
And I only laugh because that's like expecting food manufacturers to go, oh, we don't want you to pay that price for chips like that or cereal anymore. We're going to drop that price for you.
That's like us waiting for $2.80 gas again.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I don't care if they widen the Strait of Hormuz. I got bad news for you, buddy. Your
Never
gas
gonna happen.
Your gas ain't ever going to be $2.80 again.
Nope.
Man, you know, it's so interesting because people in the texting service are saying that it's so frustrating to hear cases like this. You know, for you as an attorney, when you get in there and, you know, people come in, does it ever get to the point with you? You've been doing this for many, many years,
Right.
man, where you're like, God, it just gets so overwhelmingly frustrating because it just seems like people make terrible decisions that they could easily avoid.
Well, what's frustrating for me is when there's bad injuries and there's not enough insurance to pay for it. That's what's really frustrating.
Yeah.
Or when there's bad consequences that happen from medical negligence or something else, and you can't do very much for it. Whatever you can do for it's not going to solve the problem. That's what's the most frustrating. I had a call the other day from somebody that was they're calling about their daughter who was in very bad shape, and really, there's not much you can do for it. It's just bad things happen.
Wow, man, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Always good seeing you. Great job today. This was a wonderful
Thanks.
case. Lots of text interaction with this today, so really, really appreciate it. Guys, good and loud for Mr. Glenn Klausman. What do you say? That's KLAUSMAN law.com. Offices right there on Winter Park, 407-917-1718. That's the number. And, of course, anytime you have a case, go ahead and put that number in your phone now as Klausman Law. That way, if you do have an accident, it's already ready to go. You don't have to worry about kind of dealing with an accident, possibly an injury, and then finding this number. And the minute you have one, give this man a call, and he can walk you through everything you need to do to make sure that you can maximize your opportunity to get taken care of by your insurance company, for sure.
Yeah, thanks. And it's good to do it right after the accident because there's so much information that we can get right away that if you wait, we can't get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's Klausman Law, 407-917-1718. Good seeing you, Glenn.
Thanks.
All right, 407-916-1041. Fresh keyword now.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from the Beach Line westbound to the Greenway northbound. Off ramps partially locked from Florida's Turnpike southbound to I-4. There's a crash there as well. Off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound, there's an accident near US 192 getting cleared up. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
It's not just home loans. That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans as well. And if you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Maybe you want to buy a business or franchise. That mortgage guy, Don, has your back with over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. And you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
When you're teeing off and your clients are watching, it's on. When the game goes to overtime and your squad is right there with you, it's on. When you swap out that other nicotine pouch for something softer and feel the difference right away, it's on. On Plus nicotine pouches with Nico Silk Mesh. No corners, no rough edges, just the softest pouch on the planet. When there's nothing between you and what's next, it's on with On Plus nicotine pouches.
Not all varieties available in all geographies. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop three? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Yeah, you know from the pokey I made that my buddy owns a fish market. Now, I can't surprise my wife because she knows I've been in the fish market if I'm bringing home a piece of tuna or grouper or cobia. Jimmy, I finally opened that bottle of bourbon I won on the bus last night. And yeah, the neck pour was a little hot, giving it a little time in the glass. Can I leave the cork off occasionally?
Yeah, sure.
I actually finished that neck pour last night, cut it with a tiny bit of Grand Marnier. Really good. Aloha.
Nice. I haven't heard that one before, yeah. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Rich. R-I-C-H. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Rich is the word, guys. Go get that money. Don't leave us out in the cold. Monsters had a winner today. News Junkie had 2. Let's get one, guys. Let's hit for the cycle today. How about that?
Get yourself some bourbon and make sure that neck pour ain't hot.
Yeah. Rich. That is your 5 o'clock keyword, guys. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. All right, so you guys have your fun with me when it comes to Trooper Steve.
You mean your man crush?
Well, it's between him and Henry Cavill.
No, he does not speak anywhere near of Henry the way he speaks of Trooper Steve.
I don't speak of any of them in any way other than they're fine men.
In his heart, he knows he can have that relationship, that forbidden relationship with Trooper Steve more easily than Henry Cavill.
That's true.
You do not know my hookups. But you're right. So, our boy Trooper Steve, we had him in on the show. He came in with Ray from XL, who is a very good friend of his, and it was very nice of her to set that up for us. Had a real good interview. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He's been on I think it was on with Channel 6 for like 8-9 years or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're reporting almost 10.
Yeah, 8-9 years. And he provided a really cool service over there. He did, a bunch of stuff like with traffic stuff and laws that you didn't like. Like I think one of the ones that got a lot of traffic is, can you drive barefoot? Right? You look at the comments of that because that's been a myth in Florida for many years.
Can you wear flip flops?
Yeah, you wear all that stuff. He handled all of it. Is your tent too dark?
I think he started as a traffic reporter, and then his popularity on set, they wanted to find more to do, so he would be using his knowledge as a state trooper to be able to answer questions. And so he had that bit going for a while, and it was very popular.
Very, very popular.
Yeah.
He's a seasoned dude. Knows how to get on camera. Good looking guy, so it works out well for him. No problems whatsoever. Well, we just found out a couple weeks ago that Trooper Steve is leaving Channel 6 to go on to greener pastures, really greener pastures.
Yeah.
Because we were all kind of wondering what he was doing. Well, we found out not long after that he'd accepted a position from the city of Apopka. And for people who don't live in Orlando or you're not familiar with the area, Apopka is a small city just north of us here, northwest of us, I guess. And it was known for years for being the indoor foliage capital of the world.
Yeah, very agricultural.
Yeah, very agriculture. Now kind of making its change, though. It's area in a couple of areas there that are very woodsy and kind of really nice.
Give it a moment.
Starting to see some real nice development over there. Well, I say nice development. Starting to see a lot of development, more shopping centers going in. So Apopka's kind of glowing up a little bit right now, right?
Right.
Yeah, in fact, they're having that meeting today about millage rate increases.
Yeah, they sure are. And this is part of that, by the way. I should say this is kind of some part of it.
Oh, it is.
Well, when you're a public official, and this must be annoying as hell, by the way. I mean annoying. I've got another story with that as well. Steve Montiero, that's his actual name, was hired as a public information director for Apopka. And they announced his salary. His base salary, I think, came out yesterday. And that's the annoying part. Could you imagine everybody knowing how much money you make?
Kind of relieves the press. Well, if it's good, it's better.
It's part of all that transparency we expect from city and county government.
Actually, if it's small, then maybe more people will buy you drinks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Maybe so.
Not in this case.
Ain't nobody buying Steve a drink after this.
What? I do not know the number.
You do not?
I have no idea.
Let me ask you a question. How much do you think the new mayor in Apopka makes a year? This is the mayor. Yeah.
Is it a full-time position?
Nick Nesta is the mayor, and yes, I believe it is a full-time position, as is the position that Steve is taking, Trooper Steve.
$80,000.
$80,000 for the mayor. What do you think, Deborah? Do you know?
I do.
Yeah, it's $133,350.
All right. Nice.
For the mayor.
Nice.
Is the mayor the head guy of any county?
Sometimes it's a city manager. It depends on the structure of
the city charter.
Yeah, there's city charter. Sometimes it's a city manager. Sometimes it's the mayor.
I believe in Apopka it is the mayor because, like, for instance, in Mount Dora, it's the city manager.
Right.
Interesting. How much do you think Steve's salary is, Jack?
So it's $133 for the mayor.
$133,350 for the mayor.
It couldn't be more, could it? I'm gonna go $150.
Steve Montiero's starting salary as the public information director for the city of Apopka is $180,000.
Oh my God! Way to go, Steve!
$180,000.
Oh my goodness!
And as you might imagine,
whoa,
that is shaking some slacks over there.
Yeah.
In North Orange County.
That's got to be
just to give you
that might be triple what he was getting.
That
might be triple what he was getting.
Now, just to give you an idea, Orange County, their communications director, Jeff Williamson, he earns, now just to kind of give you an idea.
So his counterpart in Orange County?
Yeah.
110.
166.
Okay.
Communications director for Kissimmee?
130.
115.
Okay.
She's held that role since 2024. And here's the thing that's what's happening. How many more people do you believe Kissimmee has than Apopka?
3 times as much.
No, they have about 80. They have 20,000 more people, but Orange County has 20 times the people that Apopka has, and that guy makes $24,000 or $14,000 less than Trooper Steve. Now,
well, yeah, but Orange County, you got Orlando, so remove that from the equation, and all the city. You're dealing with the unincorporated
now,
areas.
and the funny thing is it says here, Apopka, like Deb said, is going through their second millage meeting. I think today or tomorrow.
Actually, this is their third.
Is it?
The first two, they couldn't come to a unanimous decision. The deadline is tomorrow.
Yeah, and now Steve doesn't start with Apopka until August 10th, right? And so there is some, there's some battering. They do have, I think, one city commissioner kind of holding out. One of the reasons they haven't passed this is because now Apopka is asking to increase their property taxes to afford new positions, new stuff for the county or whatever. And that's what's kind of happening. Though I think the city commissioner is basically saying, it's Nadia Anderson has stymied efforts to get the city commission to approve an increased preliminary property tax for the upcoming fiscal year, because I think she's calling into question some of the salaries, and one of those is Steve's. Now, can I go out on can I just ask some questions?
Certainly, you can ask questions.
As Apopka grows, and by the way, this is not uncommon for news personalities in television or other industries that deal with speaking to the public in front of a camera and maybe not in front of a camera. Yeah. It's not uncommon for those people to move on and be PIOs, which is public information officer, or directors. That happens all the time. I think maybe 5 or 6 of those have moved on. To do that for police departments. Jane Luttrell did it at first, and now she's up in D.C. doing some other stuff.
Sure. The sheriff's department, the cities and counties.
Yeah, this isn't that uncommon, because being in front of television cameras and answering questions isn't like a cop's job. I mean, I know some of them can do it quite well. We've seen some people use that skill, but to deliver information like that and have it kind of get out from people that people trust, they hired the news people because they already have kind of an established relationship with the community. And Steve would be one of those people, right? People know who he is. So I really don't have any problem with this, because they're not only paying him for his ability to do the job, but I think the popularity he brings to that job has value. Does it not?
Yes. Well, if we weren't looking at a property tax amendment that could drastically slash, because again, Apopka is going through a lot of growing pains, just like Sanford, just like Winter Garden. But the question is, where do you go in November? And can you justify that salary when you're also asking to raise homeowners and rates?
Yeah, when you are dealing with an election that could reduce property tax revenue, you have to start thinking more fiscally, being more fiscally aware now,
right?
And kind of have a contingency. And I like Steve, but I don't know that. I mean,
but when your salary makes the news,
I could jump for that gig.
Yeah, how is it? But how is it that the general public now gets to kind of weigh in on what they think you're worth when they don't really know what the job asks for?
That's exactly what the property tax amendment will do.
Yeah,
it will strip you from services that you've had your entire life and that just happened. So they have to print these salaries so that the taxpayer can see exactly what they're doing with your taxpayer money. But again, this is people wanting to be entitled to something. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I love the transparency, but you also have to look at it as...
But the transparency creates scenarios like this, where you have city commissioners holding out because they don't think somebody, quote, deserves that kind of money when they, I don't know. I mean, do they really know what it entails? Do they know what Steve's going to bring to the job? And for the record, I'm not defending the salary. I'm just asking questions because I'm interested in the cultural aspect of this, of how the salaries come up. And now it's a big problem when people really only look at the number and they don't really look at the job.
Right. Well, or the job, and what makes that job different from the the PIOs in neighboring cities and counties, and should they all? I mean, don't you have the fiscal responsibility?
You do
to list that job at a comparable rate to the neighbors to kind of stay in the same ballpark.
Yeah,
because if not, why are you paying more than those?
Yeah, and I guess they would have to answer those questions during a commission meeting. Like you would ask me, where do you see the value? What explain to me, why do you believe this gentleman deserves this kind of salary when the mayor himself makes $40,000 less?
Yeah.
What does this person bring that any of these other people that are part of this government do not bring at 30 to 50K less? Vice Mayor Diana Velasquez added there are too many projects left unfinished due to staffing levels. And it says, Apopka is really short on a number of positions that need to be filled, and this is one of those positions. Now, the salary aspect of it, I don't know what the person before that made.
That would be a very interesting question.
Yeah.
Or, that important information. Is it comparable?
I do not know the answer. We know from Orange County, which is a much 20 times more people than Apopka, and that person makes $14,000 less. But it doesn't mean that Steve isn't a bad negotiator. And I don't know who the other people are that I just named that have those jobs. But I know who Steve is, and I wonder if that has value, like the ability of Apopka to get news out there about what's happening in their city, because people will pay attention to it because they recognize the face. It's just not some person. It's a person we know, if that has actual monetary value.
Not really, because he's not representing Trooper Steve. He's still representing the city of Apopka.
Yeah. But you would pay attention to what he said. Like if I lined up 5 of these PIO guys and they started talking, you're going to pay attention to Trooper Steve more because you know who he is.
Yeah. So there is, I think, for the community member, there's there's Trooper Steve. He's a celebrity known by name. Right?
Yes.
Like you say,
face him, he's on TV.
But so what is really the importance of that position? It's disseminating information, usually to reporters.
Yes.
Right. And and
they'll be talking to his colleagues.
Right. And
seriously.
But he'll also be in the news when it comes to speaking on behalf of the county.
Right.
So does it behoove the county, or I'm sorry, the city of Apopka, to have a more well-liked, favorable person in this position? Do people feel better about the information that the city is putting out there, and therefore have a better relationship with their government?
And now, can he have a good relationship with people internally in the city of Apopka when everybody knows how much money he makes? And and by the way, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to come back. I had lunch with Leon Mills today, and plus I have another case as well that kind of goes around this. I want to continue talking with this. I think it's interesting as hell.
How much does Leon make?
Oh my God, you have no idea. That guy has the coolest ring. I'll see you in a minute.
You went for wings today, right?
No, I did not have wings, you jackass. I had soup and a salad.
Oh.
And then some.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic's starting to get by now on Maitland Boulevard westbound at Bear Lake Road. Emergency crews have moved that accident into the right lane. The left lane's getting by. It's still bumper to bumper. The right lane's blocked on 429 northbound at New Independence Parkway. There's a crash on Crystal Lake Drive southbound at State Road 408. 2 left lanes are blocked there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Man, let me tell you something. If you are buying or selling a home, let me tell you, pause real quick before you make another move and research the Nickley Group. I have bought and sold a number of homes in Central Florida, and I do have the experience of knowing that when you have a real estate company that isn't engaged, they really don't have your best interest at heart, they're just trying to move the house as quickly as possible to get paid, that is not going to work out for you. That's why you need to get with the Nickley Group. On average, these guys get 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and even better, they sell sell those homes twice as fast, so your home is just not languishing on the market for months at a time. You're getting your money and moving on to that next stage of your life. That's what these guys do better than everybody, and that's why they're the number one real estate company in all of Central Florida, selling a home about every 7 hours, 4,000 plus 5-star reviews. And if you're looking for a home, you've just moved to Orlando, welcome here. Go to the Nickley Group and let these guys find you the house of your dreams. They do this every day for people. As a matter of fact, right now is the Hot Ones Day. When you go to the website, thenickley.com, you can see houses that are on the market that are listed, and they are hot properties ready to go. Go find yourself a beautiful house in any part of Orlando and make an offer. The Nickley Group can help you do that. They do have a guaranteed cash offer as well. That, guys, that's no showings or open houses, and your deal can close in just 14 days. It's thenickley.com. That's NICKLEY group.com.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Matter of fact, you can see Core Flooring samples at the Home Builders Network showroom because Mike, the home builder at the Home Builders Network, works with Corey at Core Flooring Center. And they have the Home Builders Network also has a shower display at Core Flooring Center. These guys work together because they both offer excellent products. Now, the Home Builders Network, sponsor of today's Jim Colbert Show question of the day, Mike, the home builder, has been fixing homes, doing upgrades, renovations, and repairs for many, many years, over 36 years of experience. He's a fourth-generation craftsman. So whether it comes to roofs, window and door replacement, gutters, and now bathroom replacements, yeah, you can go to the Home Builders Network. Just like I did. I got roof, gutters, and a bathroom, all from the Home Builders Network. It's HBNUSA.com. They have that showroom in Altamont Springs at 436 and 434. You can see the products and the shower displays as well, featuring Moen products. It's the Home Builders Network, HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This summer, the heat is on in Orlando as the second annual Florida Open 9-Ball Pool Championship takes over the Caribe Royale Orlando Resort from August 4th through the 9th with the world's best billiards players battling it out for glory. Expect world-class competition, non-stop action, jaw-dropping shots, and an unforgettable atmosphere. This isn't just a tournament. It's the sport at its absolute best. Single-day tickets and multi-day passes are selling fast. Head to Ticketmaster or MatchRoomPool.com now to grab yours before they're gone.
That's Elena's family group chat. It never stops. Someone's always sending a blessing
or starting a poll about the baby shower theme at midnight.
With Real Unlimited from Total Wireless, she's always in the loop, whether she wants to be or not. Switch to Total Wireless Total Starter Plan or higher and get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G on us. Total Wireless, your own Real Unlimited. Offer ends 11/4/2026 or while supplies last. Devices, taxes, and fees may apply.
Russ Rollins here. This July, celebrate America's 250th birthday by declaring your freedom on outdated bathrooms, hard-to-clean grout, and the worry of hidden leaks. At HBN Bath, they'll help you enjoy beautiful, low-maintenance shower designs with quality products from brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. It's your chance to declare independence from old bathrooms once and for all. Visit HBNUSA.com. That's HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with Renewal by Andersen and get $250 off every window and door. Plus, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. With Renewal by Andersen, you're getting American craftsmanship, expert installation, and signature service. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. That's bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Today is Cooler with Ross Padgett, presented by Mills Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and turn to the experts at millsair.com. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. Great news. Congrats to Trooper Steve. That's incredible for him. Regarding the salary, fair doesn't mean equal. There are people that have specific skills and they're very good at their job. They've been doing it for a long time. Of course, they should be paid more. And personally, I would think that the mayor of Apopka should have a higher salary because you don't want people that are in charge to be susceptible to bribery.
Yes.
Anyway, just my thought. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, brother.
I find it interesting that Trooper Steve was hired by the city of Apopka, but it's not uncommon, and the salary isn't uncommon either because you're paying for, let's say, his trust issue, right? He's recognizable, and then therefore whatever they put out through this particular person is going to be trustworthy to the public. That's pretty significant, especially when you're talking about comms. It happens in every industry. Maybe it's a ploy. Maybe.
Go, Sniper, go.
This is great, man.
I love how it always ends in the question. Maybe.
I have a love-hate with wanting to meet her or not.
Yeah.
I kind of am dying to know what she looks like, and then I'm dying to not know what she looks like.
All right.
All right, your 5 o'clock keyword is Rich, R-I-C-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance of $1,000. Rich is the word, guys. Go get your cash. 3 winners today already. 1 on the Monsters, 2 on the News Junkie, and hoping to add 1 right here to JCS. We had a winner last night.
Yeah, we did.
On JCS, so we got the juice. Let's just go use it.
We were tied with our sister station, and today one of today's winners put us over, and so that program director emailed me a-hole, and I'm like, check. We had 3 today.
Yeah, double a-hole, dude. We are talking about this Trooper Steve thing. Now, it's so funny because the talkback that just sent in, the gentleman that sent the talkback, I think makes a very, very interesting case, and actually have something to kind of illustrate that a little bit before we, as we continue on today. So, had lunch with Leon Mills today, and he kind of shared something similar to this. So, this is a story I saw on Reddit, and when I saw this Trooper Steve story, I was like, well, this fits perfectly, and it is a workplace scenario, and it's a guy who went to work for a restaurant, right? And he came into the restaurant and changed the entire culture of the restaurant, right? Not only is he a chef, but he also turned the entire kitchen into an efficient machine, turning out dishes. Everybody was loving it more. The owner was loving it more. Customers had made comments about how the restaurant had become way better just because of this one guy in the kitchen, right? So the owner of the restaurant comes up to the guy and brings him into his office and says, hey, look, you really have been a remarkable employee. I mean, somebody we've been looking for many, many years. And I want to make sure you understand how much we appreciate that and how much we want to keep you. We're going to bump up your salary $5 an hour, which was, a pretty substantial increase what he was making before. And he was like very thankful, kind of went off down the road, and off we go, right? A couple days later, the owner pulls him back in and says, hey, look, I had somebody leaked your salary. Somebody said that you got a $5 an hour raise, and 3 of the people that have been here at my restaurant now for 5 years are really pissed off, and they also want a $5 raise. And the guy said, instead of doing that, I can't give them all a $5 raise. I'm taking your raise back. But I'm not taking all of it back. I'm going to take, $2 of it back. You're going to get this raise because of that. And I told Leon that story today, and he told me a parallel story to that. There's something that happened like that with him, and where he had hired a girl, offered a salary. I won't say what the salary is. She actually said that she had a friend that needed a job, and it just so happened that he was looking to fill that same position, so he hired her friend as well. Well, they had a conversation, and the friend found out, the original girl found out that the friend negotiated a better deal than she did, was making more money. Then the original girl comes back and complains and says, hey, look, I'm the one who recommended her. I've been here longer. How is she making more money? And he's like, look, she negotiated a better deal. And he's like, I want the same. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. You agreed to this deal. Just live with this agreement. After the agreement's over, you can ask for more money. We'll go from there. But that's not the case. And I found that kind of interesting how that works out. How, once you start finding out other people's salaries, and that's kind of what's happening here in Apopka with Trooper Steve, is it's going to change the attitude of everybody around him. Look, he theoretically, I believe he's the highest paid guy in the city of Apopka then. And and again, I agree with the young lady who just left the talk back.
The sniper?
If you have a skill set that separates you from everybody else, you deserve more money, especially if that skill set comes into play and makes the workplace better, more efficient, more profitable, whatever the case is. You deserve the money. If the other people want that kind of money, maybe they need to step it up. Now with Steve, it's unique because he's never worked there.
Yeah.
So for people who have had tenure there, maybe been there 4, 5, 8 years, whatever. And then they see a guy fresh coming off the streets, TV guy, and he's getting this big paycheck. They're wondering, well, what's this guy doing that I ain't doing? He's never even worked here.
But it's also, the PIO is a unique position where you only have one public information officer, right? You might have other people in that department. You have one public information officer.
Because he's the director.
Yeah, and you are the public face,
of the city.
So they are paying extra for when you have that TV person, and the reason why so many TV people go into it is because they already have a rapport with the public. They are recognizable by the public, and
that's why they're also attractive to these people hiring them.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that is a skill, a benefit of their previous work life that they are bringing with them.
My wife and I were talking about this morning. She brought up an unbelievably good point because she deals with marketing products online all the time. That's kind of part of her thing, is kind of doing that. And she looked at me and she said, because I read the salaries for the other people, and I said, Orange County's this and this, Kissimmee's this and the other. And she looked at me and she goes, $180,000. She goes, they're probably saving $35,000 a year for marketing because Steve is automatically already so visual that they don't have to market him being there or marketing. So the idea that the city isn't going to have to spend money in that marketing aspect or space for things of that nature because Steve is going to get attention from everybody simply because of who he is. I don't know at what level. I mean, it could be wrong, but she kind of pointed that out, and I thought it was a valid point. That, like, if you look at salaries and you go, well, if I can wrap up in here the fact that me paying this guy $180K, you can say, well, what if I'm paying $35,000 a year to market things that we're doing here in Apopka to get the word out? But yet Steve, just because of the nature of his being, is going to draw so many more faces because people are fans of him on his social media, whatever the case may be. I mean, you may get some PIO in there that nobody knows, and they may have 4,000 followers just because of their job. Steve could come to the job with 30 or 40,000 followers. That's just when he's starting. So his tweets and his posts have more value than other people.
That's interesting. So Trooper Steve, I assume since you have a relationship with him, Jimmy, you follow him on social?
I actually do not even know if he's got an account, Jack. I'm going to be dead honest with you.
Because I'm curious, is that something he's able to bring? Oh, look at that. Okay, so it's a lot, because a lot of times when you work in TV, if they establish your handle is also has something to do with the television station.
Yeah.
This is just Trooper Steve.
Yeah, Trooper Steve.
He's got the blue check mark and everything.
And he's got 11,000 followers. Yeah.
The Jim Colbert Show is more.
And what will be interesting is
we could be the PIO for a podcast.
You split it up.
Keep in mind, too, that, he's with 6, right?
He was with Channel 6, yes.
Okay, and will be until August 10th. So you got to imagine 2, Spectrum 13, Channel 9, they're not going to want to call him Trooper Steve.
No, maybe not. You're right.
No, they're not, because that's promoting another brand. It's going to be Steve Montanaro. That's going to be.
Oh, look at him with his dogs. Oh, they got
I'm
a
trying to
little
find.
collar.
I'm trying. Okay.
I'm on
Okay.
Instagram. He look at that. He's a community safety advocate, Air Force veteran, state trooper, and cancer survivor. You go, Steve.
I'm trying to find the other people who are on this list and see if they have the Instagram accounts and see what they have. I found the guy from Orange County, but I can't find his account exactly. But I'm trying to figure out how many people that he follows or have following.
There he is with Tom and Dan, and I look next to Tom. They look related.
Who's Steve and Tom?
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that has value. You know, him bringing in a social media following already, not only on Instagram, but on Facebook and on TikTok. And you're paying for that. And my wife brought that point up this morning. She goes, that's valuable. You know, social media is so powerful right now that when you're trying to get the word out for your city, you're marketing. That is basically marketing. And even though you're the public information officer, and yes, you have to answer questions about their government for sure, but other things they're doing, and community incentive things, concerts, things that they do within the city that need publicity. I think this guy considerably will get more than people who do this job elsewhere, just simply because of who he is.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he is hosting or emceeing events in the city.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
As part of that job, because it's Trooper Steve.
It's Trooper
Hey,
Steve.
we love him.
Yeah.
I just want to know what happens to the truck he's been driving from KMG.
Why are you so fascinated with this truck?
Because his name is embroidered on the seat. That's why.
Jack, that is just a few dollars away from happening for you.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, all you need is a few bucks. All you need is a few
have
bucks.
my name embroidered on the seat or getting a truck? I kind of want both.
Let's see. Just give you an idea. I just went to Kissimmee's, right? Her name is Alabeth Suarez. She's paid $115,000 a year. She is the communications director for Kissimmee, and she has 3,600 followers.
Okay, yeah.
So Steve has 3 times.
Right.
3 times the followers she has.
But scroll down. So she is the PIO for Kissimmee, right?
Yes.
So do you see anything in her feed that is work related?
No, not really. It's just her and her friends and whatnot.
Personal account.
But her handle is Alabeth Suarez TV. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really associate her with Kissimmee as a.
Actually, that tells me that she also came from television.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
she looks like a TV personality.
They always hire pretty people for this job.
Pretty people with long hair.
I guess we can't do it.
And Steve with his tan. Would you do that, Deb? You could do that easily, by the way.
Yeah, no.
No?
I wouldn't want to.
Does Mount Dora have one of these?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You could easily do this job.
Yeah, you could take their job.
I could. It's just...
Who is it? We'll run them out.
I don't think it would be a fun job.
Why not?
Because it's a 24/7 job. It can be very political at times. You could be talking about crimes. You could be talking about, controversy.
Yeah, because you're right. Because what happens is this. You're 1,000% right. Like all them, Mount Dora went through a moment right there for a while. They had some murders and some really some people get executed basically in convenience stores, and you would be the person that has to step out in front of the cameras and not only deliver that information, but answer questions. So that means you would have to know everything about those cases.
That said, seriously, Deb would be great at it with her skill set, the way she does deliver news and information. But who currently has the job, and let's start a smear campaign, and we'll get rid of them.
Yeah. I feel they're communist.
Yeah.
That's the new hot word.
Yeah.
We'll use that one.
I thought it was Democratic Socialist.
No. They've bailed on that one. Now everything's communism. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Well, congratulations, Trooper Steve.
Yeah.
You're buying beers.
Yeah. And Deb for her new job as PIO.
Yeah, Deb. Congratulations, Deb.
Woo! Thanks, I appreciate it.
You're buying martinis.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916.
I don't think she is.
Rich, by the way, is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's RICH. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Load them up, guys. It's time for trivia. We'll do that next.
At Real Radio, we don't do robots. We're guaranteed human. Use the TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app and prove you are too.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com. Baker Mayfield telling reporters today his lack of a new contract with the Bucs is very disappointing to him. After getting a second opinion, Carolina Panthers rookie wideout Chris Brazel will undergo season-ending surgery on his torn LCL. The WNBA will reportedly not discipline stars Paige Beckers and Angel Reese after a social media post that has since been deleted that showed the two discussing a potential friendly wager before their game. I'm Frank Arity.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Man, let me tell you something about Mills Area. I had lunch with Leon today. He's just one of the greatest dudes ever. And you were kind of reiterating about his starting story, how he left the company he was with before years and years ago to step out on his own. He did not like the way they did business, did not like the way that they treated their customers. He's like, I can do this way better. I can do it at the better price. And that's exactly what he did. Started with one van, just him, and now 60 plus vans to cover you wherever you are in Central Florida. And man, let me tell you, I had to call these guys out to my house this week to move a vent or a duct. And you just can't get better professionalism. You just can't get people that know this business better. They came in with nothing but answers, did the job, cleaned up, out the door, a couple hours. The price was fair. We love these guys, and you will as well. They've been doing this since 92. Let them give you that assurance that you and your family are going to be nice and comfortable all summer long. And they're text and service all the brands. Don't worry about what you have. They can do it for you. They also are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That is important. That's up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and let me tell you, you can certainly turn to Mills Air. These guys are solid as a rock, family owned and operated, and ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Question for you. Do you know who was recently voted Best Flooring Company in the Best Choice Awards for Orlando? Well, the answer is Core Flooring Center in Winter Park, right there on 436. It's our buddy Corey. Say our buddy, he's a great guy, first of all, but what's really cool about him being such a great guy, he also has a great product, great installation, and at the best price. Not just a fair price, but the best price, because Core Flooring offers a best price guarantee on all installed projects. Bring Corey a quote. He guarantees to beat it. We're talking wood flooring, laminate flooring, vinyl planks, even carpeting, if that's your choice. And right now, Core Flooring is offering 10% off all flooring and installation, starting at just $1 a square foot. Plus, Corey's going to donate to $50 to the Carla K Cancer Screening Fund for all purchases made by Real Radio listeners. And if that wasn't enough, he also donates to Save a Life Pet Rescue. I told you he was a great guy with a great product and great installation at the best price. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Some people are all talk, but conservative farmer Wilton Simpson gets the job done. That's why 61 Florida sheriffs, 24 former Cattlemen Association presidents, and Governor Ron DeSantis all agree. We need Republican Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. They endorse him because Wilton's done the job before. Safeguarding our food supply? He got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson banned hostile nations, including China, from buying Florida farmland. Standing with our farmers and against overdevelopment? He got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson increased farmland preservation by 243%. Expanding Florida's wildlife corridors? He got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson created the Florida Wildlife Corridor Program and conserved 18 million acres of Florida land, including thousands of acres of working farmland. Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Tired of spending a fortune on gas just to get to work? What if the next home you buy could save you money every single week by cutting down your commute? At WeAreBeyondTheBank.com, we share smart home buying tips like finding a home closer to work, competing with cash buyers, and becoming a stronger buyer in today's market. And here's the best part. Become a social media follower at We Are Beyond the Bank for your chance to win a $100 gas card. Follow us today and learn how to buy smarter at WeAreBeyondTheBank.com. That's WeAreBeyondTheBank.com. NMLS ID number 421593.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks, like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
Tools Ace Hardware is Central Florida's Big Green Egg headquarters, offering the absolute largest selection of Big Green eggs and accessories. The Big Green Egg is the original ceramic Komodo cooker. Its unique ceramic design and patented airflow system deliver unrivaled thermal properties and precise temperature control, ranging from 200 degrees all the way up to 750 degrees. It is a complete outdoor cooking solution, an oven, a smoker, and a grill all in one. And it can handle everything from smoking tender ribs to baking super crispy pizzas. Plus, every egg purchase comes with a limited lifetime warranty. And save yourself the trouble of putting it together or hauling it home, because Tools Ace Hardware offers free assembly and free local delivery on your Big Green Egg purchase. Let these guys do the heavy lifting for you. Shop their huge selection at any of their easy-to-find 14 Central Florida locations, or find them online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Vehicles under 20 grand. Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Jim Bob and crew. I just want to give a big thanks to Jack. I haven't played video games in probably a year and a half.
Oh man.
And he said Red Dead Redemption 2 is on sale for $14.99. I downloaded it and have been playing for the last 2 to 3 days, and I freaking love it. So thank you very much for getting me out of that rut, Jack. Keep it up. Sweet up.
One of the best video games ever made. $15 is a steal.
Yeah, you said it was the best, man.
For the amount of hours you're going to get out.
Yeah.
And sir, it only gets better. Outside of Chapter 1 is great, but there's a lot of exposition there where you're kind of watching a lot of cutscenes, but you get into Chapter 2 and beyond, it is just awesome.
That's what that means, the cut scenes, like when they have the little, when you go into a place and it's got a little story it's telling you to get an idea of where you're going next.
Yes. Yeah. So
I didn't know what that was called. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you the backstory, but also in a well-made video game, it trains you how to play the game. So it teaches you how to play the game in a way, and finding that balance of entertainment with learning that the learning curve of a game, keeping a novice as well as an expert game player, all trying to hit all of those levels. That's what I love about it, is because whatever your skill level is, which was why I think it would be a great game for you, I think you truly enjoy it, is because it meets you where you are and it brings you along for a fantastic ride.
Do you start off with a digital horse?
You
Or you have to earn a horse. Do I got to walk?
You earn better horses. Matt, I
Oh, yeah,
spent
yeah.
45 freaking minutes last night chasing the white Arabian, and he kept tossing off. I don't want to talk about
okay,
it.
very good. That doesn't seem very Old West, a white Arabian horse.
Yeah. Well, it's not the the Kentucky Warbler.
You got about 5 minutes for your 5 o'clock keyword, which is rich, RICH. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb's right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
He is.
And he has the Jackie sack. What's in there?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
We got tickets to Stellar Nights. There's still time to catch the laser light shows in the brand new Dome at the Orlando Science Center, bringing your favorite artists to life with these incredible laser effects. Again, it's the new Dome. I think it seats about 300 people.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing this through August 8th. Now, if you want to see the lineup and grab tickets, go to osc.org. Okay?
Yeah.
They've added shows each night. And I think they started with one show. Now they're up to 3 shows on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, I got bad news for those guys. I think they end on August 8th. I mean, the demand for this has been overwhelming. They're going to have to kind of figure something out to keep this around for a minute.
Yeah, because they've said typically, I think they used to close at like 5 or 5 o'clock or so, but now they've been staying open later, and that's what Stellar Nights is all about, is staying open later. So you have to staff it as well, but I think the success of this will probably lead to them finding other ways to get this done.
Because, there's stargazing included in that ticket, planetarium shows.
It's pretty neat.
It is cool.
Yeah. Also, if you don't choose that, the other prize choice today will be a pair of tickets to see Journey.
Stop.
Yep, the Final Frontier Tour coming to the Kia Center October 17th. Those are the prizes in the Jackie Sack.
So that means back to you.
Thank you, Deborah. 1, 2, 3, 4, or Fiend.
Let's go numero uno.
1 sounds good. I don't think we've had her on the show before. Rebecca, how you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good, and yourself?
Doing great. You want to play a little game with us?
I do.
Oh, very nice. Let's do it.
Want to play a game?
All right, Rebecca, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true. And if you can find it, Rebecca, I will send you over to see Jack.
Yeah, all right.
Sounds good.
Very nice. All right, here we go. It's National Cheesecake Day today. That's right. Here are 3.
You're a fan? I'm not a fan. Yeah, me too.
Here are 3 fun facts about cheesecake, and 1 lie I only had 1 piece of, I promise. All right, Rebecca, we're talking about cheesecake. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, cheesecake was served to Olympians during the first Olympics for energy. Number 2, cheesecake is traditionally served at weddings in Denmark. Number 3, in Austria, there once was a cheesecake-flavored postage stamp. Or lastly, if someone bought 1 slice of every cheesecake flavor from the Cheesecake Factory, it would cost over $400. Which of those is a lie?
Number 4.
No, that's absolutely true, Rebecca. Yeah, if someone was to buy 1 slice of every slice of cheesecake offered at the Cheesecake Factory, it would be over $400. All right, Deb, 2, 3, 4. What?
I didn't even know they had cheesecake there. I never got to that part of the menu.
They have an entire counter that is just cheesecake. The entire counter. All right, Deb, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 3.
3 sounds good. That is Kevin. Kevin, how are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. We're talking about cheesecake today. By the way, first things first, you a fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Blueberry.
Yeah, same here, but I got to tell you, it's funny. The only one I don't like is the most popular one, which is like cherry. I do not care for that, but I'm with my man here. Blueberry is delicious.
There you go.
So good.
Oh, man.
All right, buddy, here we go. Number 1, cheesecake was served to Olympians during the first Olympics for energy. Number 2, cheesecake is traditionally served at weddings in Denmark. Or lastly, in Austria, there was once a cheesecake-flavored postage stamp.
I got to go number 2.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner! I'm going to put you on hold. Let me get my man right there taken care of. No, that is not traditionally served at weddings in Denmark. I don't think it's traditionally served anywhere at a wedding, but it is true that cheesecake was served to Olympians during the first Olympics for energy.
I had no idea cheesecake was that old.
Wait till you hear.
Or is it the modern Olympics or the original?
The original. The very first Olympics.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's it right there. The very first Olympics for energy. In Austria, there once was a cheesecake-flavored postage stamp, so they flavored the glue on the back of the stamp, so when you licked it, it tasted like strawberry cheesecake.
I mean, that's a good way to get your stuff in the mail.
Oh, yeah. A couple other things you may not know about cheesecake before we get to the top of the hour. Cheesecake originated in
China.
I mean, we just kind of said Greece.
Oh, Greece.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe it was imported.
Yeah, you're right. Here's where it gets crazy. Their earliest known recipe for cheesecake dates back to...
Okay, so, I'm going to go, 300. The year 300 AD. ADE.
I'll go 250.
Or is it ACE? I don't even know.
Cheesecake dates back to 160 BC. The first known recipe in English was written in 1390. It is really old, and there are a number of different ways they've made it over the years.
Well, I imagine it has to be one of the simpler desserts to make. It's dairy, sugar,
eggs. That's
eggs.
it.
There you go.
And the other thing that's crazy that I did not know today, cheesecake is made primarily from what cheese? Brie.
I thought it was ricotta.
It's cream cheese, but Italians make it with ricotta. You're right. Cream cheese in America is the standard cheese that you use to make cheesecake, right? Your Philadelphia cream cheese. It was invented on accident. And they made it with a different kind of cheese before this, and that's when this guy made this cheese. He was looking to make a French spreadable kind of brie-ish cheese,
right?
And then turned out with cream cheese. That started replacing the cheese that Americans were using because it was cheaper. So you could actually make them cheaper because before they were kind of expensive because cheese is expensive.
Yeah.
There you go. Cheesecake.
But worth it.
And I got to tell you, I do like Cheesecake Factory's cheesecake. But I will tell you, if you want a really good piece of cheesecake, and the funny thing is, I was just in there with our sales rep the other day, and I didn't see that they were offering this anymore. But Junior's out of New York, right?
Yeah,
Junior's used to be served up at Pickles Deli in Longwood, which is an original, old school, real deal New York deli. And if you haven't been there, I can't suggest it more. But they were one of the only places in Orlando where you could get a legit slice of Junior's cheesecake from New York, one of the most famous ones out there. And when I was in there last, I didn't see it.
My mom makes a wonderful Kahlua cheesecake.
Oh, God, that sounds delicious, dude.
Yeah, that actually does.
I'm down for all of that.
And it's like those thin wafer chocolate cookies that crush to make the base. And it's lighter and fluffier. My thing with cheesecake is it's too heavy.
Yes. The fluffier. I've had good cheesecake, but for the most part,
that's how Japanese cheesecake is they whip it up so it's a little fluffier. And it's so weird because I like the dense ones, but I like them smaller. And I love, love, love it with blueberries. Oh, it's so good.
Something with men and the blueberries.
Fresh keyword coming up right now.
Real Radio has your chance to help students and teachers as they prepare for the new school year. Details at realradio.fm/events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
2 left lanes are blocked on Altamont Drive, eastbound at Orange Avenue. Traffic's backed up pretty heavy there. Maitland Boulevard still slowing down westbound. Approaching Bear Lake Road, the right lane's still blocked there. I-4, you're going to get stuck through Celebration. Traffic's moving slow northbound on Florida's Turnpike, approaching US 301. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Top Shelf Country Cruise.
Forget nosebleed seats. On Top Shelf Country Cruise, country music happens all around you. It's a more personal, immersive way to experience the music you love. Reserve your stateroom today at TopShelfCountryCruise.com. Top Shelf Country Cruise. The bar's set.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging. Let me tell you something, man. Nobody cares more about their patients than our friend Judy over at Life Imaging. So much so that she had so much success in South Florida. She goes, well, I bet people in Orlando could use this service. And sure enough, she brings it up here. And guys, in just a few years, I think 3 years or maybe even a little bit less, they've saved over 400 lives. And one of my favorite testimonial stories is the one about the couple who wanted to start the gym membership. But before that, they said, well, let's go get this scan. Let's make sure our hearts are going to be okay when we start to exert ourselves. We don't want any surprises. Turns out the woman was perfectly fine. The guy wound up in surgery just a few days later that wound up saving his life. Like they didn't even have any idea that they had problems. And that's what makes it so insidious. 1 in 3 people in this country will die of heart disease, and in some of those cases, there will be no symptoms, no warnings. That's why it's horrifying, and that's another reason you should get over to Life Imaging and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And guys, it could not be easier to make your appointment. This is all you have to do. Just pick up your cell phone, now pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. And remember, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. I can get you pre-approved in as little as 1 day, even if you're a first-time homebuyer. Get answers today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Get ready for the ultimate freestyle experience. Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. Full send family fun. Coming to Kia Center August 8th and 9th. Brought to you by BKD Tires, Morgan & Morgan, and your local Ford dealers. Tickets on sale now.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Orlando.
There once was a magic. Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
For decades, millions have trusted AMSCOT when life happens. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Simple, reliable, AMSCOT. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Need a boost for your business? B2B Funding helps business owners access flexible funding from $5,000 to $1 million. If you've been in business for at least 3 months, you may qualify. The process is easy, approval is fast, and funds can be deposited in as little as 48 hours. Whether you need working capital, inventory, equipment, or cash flow support, B2B Funding is here to help.
Apply, grow, get. B2Bfunding.net.
Apply, grow, get funded now. Visit B2Bfunding.net today. That's B2Bfunding.net.
Monster Jam trucks team up with freestyle motocross bikes to deliver gravity-defying skills and thrills at the Kia Center in downtown Orlando for 3 shows Saturday, August 8th and 9th. Get ready for the event that'll change everything you thought you knew about freestyle. Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. It's an adrenaline rush you can only experience live. Real Radio has your hookup to win tickets. Download our free iHeartRadio app, make us your #1 preset, and then click the contest link to enter to win. Get more info at realradio.fm.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. New. N-E-W. That's new. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
That was hilarious. Your winner for that game just said, I gotta go number 2. I can't stop laughing.
Did you really say that?
I think so, because someone else texted and said, I guess he had to poop.
I did not get that.
And I just spoke to him. He couldn't have been more thrilled. He said he saw Journey in the late 70s.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And he is so excited to go see him again.
That's cool. I love that, man. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
New, by the way, that is your 6 o'clock keyword, N-E-W. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your chance at $1,000. Remember, guys, if you're playing the game, got to keep your phone on, keep it near you. And I mean, no, don't even go to the bathroom without it. Don't go to the lawn.
Correct.
Don't go anywhere without it. Put it in your pocket, keep it on your person, because here's the thing, they call you to tell you you've won. If you don't have your phone on you or you have it turned down, you will not know. And we've heard horror stories about people just popping outside to let the dog go pee and miss the call for $1,000. Also, if you don't recognize the number, it doesn't matter. You have to pick it up. It says no caller ID, pick it up. You got to do it.
I could not imagine in this
Oh, my
day
God, dude, get out of here with that.
going to the bathroom without your phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like there's no way possible.
Well, I don't think Deb does.
No.
I hold
She's
it to
weird.
go. I hold it to go. If I have to go so bad that I'm like literally pinching my legs, I will still go find my phone first.
Yeah.
Nope.
You don't take it in there at all?
No.
What do you do?
What
your
do
business,
you do in there?
Yeah,
you
but I mean-
wash your hands and
No,
then...
no. Let back up. The business part. It's not no time. There's some time
Yeah,
that
man.
elapses. What
Yeah.
are you doing? What, like thinking
Yeah.
about your feelings? What do you do?
No,
Draw?
maybe that's why you guys are in the bathroom so long, and men have always had the reputation of being in the bathroom so long. Really,
dare you.
when you just go in and you do your business and you wash your hands, you could be back before the end of the commercial break.
And
It's
by
the
the
only
way,
time we get to relax.
like
Deb.
you're 1,000% right, man. I found out I found out a long time ago that there's an expected amount of time as a man that you're supposed to spend in the bathroom. This is a true story. I mean, this is a long time ago.
Maybe
But,
from another man, but
well, that's exactly what I'm about to say.
women are like, what the
I'm
hell?
hanging out with my buddy, and my buddy is this is a high school. Like I'm hanging out with my buddy, and his brother had just come home from the Marines, and his brother was one of these brutally, you couldn't draw more of a Marine looking dude.
Well,
You
let
know?
me tell you what, he probably pooped on schedule.
Yeah, this guy's the jarhead of all jarheads, right? So
Hoorah.
I remember we're in there, and he goes, and I said, man, I go to the bathroom. And I went in the bathroom, did my thing, came right back out. And I was not in there very long. And the jarhead, he looked at me and goes, what'd you do? And I said, well, I just had to go poop real quick. And he goes, how'd you do that so fast?
Yeah.
He goes, you don't go in there and hang out? I went like, no, man, I don't want to go in there and sit on top of that. I go in there and take care of my business and get out of there. My attitude has changed dramatically. That is like literally the only personal time I get. And I know I'm safe in there. Nobody's coming in when I'm doing that. I'm just going in there and I just roll through my social, read what I want to read.
So now we know why younger people are getting so many more hemorrhoids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
true.
It is true.
They attribute that to screen time and phones.
Yep. While you're sitting on the toilet. Yeah, no.
Or just on your ass in general, right?
No, it's specifically on the toilet.
Yeah. Is that specific sitting? Because, I mean, I know
Because so many
they have-
people
they have-
scroll and then they might strain a little bit more.
Yeah, but there are hemorrhoid pillows and they look like toilet seats.
Yeah, but I mean.
Well, that that is to relieve the pressure so you're not getting any pressure.
You're not
there.
pushing on it, but it just still kind of the action, just the way it's designed, kind of spreads a little bit, doesn't it?
I thought that seat was to when you're not on the toilet. A hemorrhoid seat is when you're not on the toilet.
No, I know that.
So there's no
it's
pressure
like
because
it looks like a horseshoe. It's a horseshoe pillow.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But when you sit on the toilet and you have those, I mean, it's that pressure is like there.
So it's not being irritated there, but that's what's creating the problem is the constant pushing.
The weight. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
It's the push. It's not that it's anything hitting it. It's that you are internally pushing for way too long because you don't eat enough fiber, Jimmy.
I eat plenty of fiber.
There's no fiber in Pepsi Zero.
I have not had any Pepsi Zeros. You see a Pepsi Zero? There's not a Pepsi.
No, you have been exceptionally good this week.
Dude, I've lost like 6 pounds since last week already, just from cutting out my sodas, dude. I'm telling you, I'm on one.
Are there any in the machine?
I mean, this machine's full of them.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, Celine said today they reloaded the Pepsi Zeros.
Oh, cool. Well, good for you. Demonstrating willpower. Wait a minute. You went out to lunch today.
I drank a half and half sweet tea today. In other words, half sweet tea, half unsweet tea, and it tasted like it was pure sugar. So that's a good thing. So even things that aren't that sweet are now tasting sweet. That's a big positive. That's what I'm moving for. Now, let me ask you a quick question on that, because my wife and I were talking about this last night. I don't want to dominate. We've talked about this so much, but is it that the amount of time it takes to bust a habit or something? Isn't that, how many days is that? Did we talk about this yesterday?
A couple of days ago.
Mentioned, and Deb and I had different numbers.
You had 18 days.
I had 18.
I had 30 for a new habit to be established.
I think it was 13 or something like that.
And that's what you said.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like 13. So
this is not a repeat.
I'm getting close to that. Because so by the middle of next week, I will be at those days, and it's already easier. And I'll tell you something else, guys. And I don't know what diabetes is like. I don't know. I've been told I was pre-diabetic 15 times in my life, but not taking in that extra sugar has it's an energy boost. Oddly, it seems like it should be the other way around, but I feel way better not taking it. Now I've had a hard time sleeping a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that means I haven't taken in the caffeine from having the soda, and you'd think that I'd be able to sleep easier, but I haven't. Last night was tough. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Did you raise your hand?
No,
I thought you raised your hand. No. So we said earlier in the program that there are people giving up things for their, kind of willing to kind of let things go, right? Because times are tight, and we saw this in 2008 when the downturn. Mm-hmm. We saw this during COVID. People were kind of giving up things that they thought were very important. What do you think the number one thing is that people give up or are not giving up that they say they will continue to pay for even when times get tough?
Fancy coffee.
Fancy coffee did not make the list, and I would agree with that a little bit because I think that's a morale thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to have your good coffee. It's not that.
Only because I consider it a necessity. Hair color, even though I mean, back in 2000, I lost my job in 2009, right at the height of the Great Recession, and up until that time, I had mentioned earlier there were things I said, like I used to get my nails done, I would get my hair done, and before that I was like, I could never ever do my hair out of a box. I could never not get my nails done, and then you realize you want to keep that job. And you can't, some things you can let go, but you still have to play the part for the job.
So with 3 females in my home and the hair colors are purple, pink, and purple.
Right.
I'm familiar with the whole hair color bit.
I bet.
A company called Zenoti did a poll of 1,000 adults in the United States to ask that very question.
It's probably sports.
It says almost 50 people, almost 50% what?
Going out to eat.
Almost 50% of people admit that they would go into debt to maintain the purchases of
sports.
Their self-care products. You nailed it. Hair color was one of them.
Oh, really?
It's all the stuff you use to treat yourself. Face creams, lotions, things like that. That when times like this hit, that there's one thing that people will not give up, and it's their self-care rituals. They will not give it up.
See, that's funny. I did.
think that's a good thing.
No, not to go into debt over.
They will go into debt over this. They said that they would not give this up. They would they would go into debt to have this if they have to. This is one of their absolute musts. Now, of course, that's outside of the normal stuff, food, water, shelter, things of that nature. But I mean, of the non-essential or non-essential things, that's one of the things. Self-care products, and by the way, it's for men and women.
Again, so I mean, the term is self-care. Caring for yourself is a great thing. Again, maybe not to the point of going into debt.
Yeah, exactly. Like I still colored my hair. I just went from paying a stylist to do it to learning how to do it out of a box.
Yeah.
Until I could afford to get to the stylist. But I mean, that's kind of a real bad catch-22, right? Because you hang on to your self-care, but then you go into so much debt that now you don't have the credit score that allows you to get that stuff on credit card. And eventually something's going to have to fall by the wayside.
Now, that's true for sure long term, but it says here the survey revealed that 46% of respondents said that they would possibly use credit cards, a buy now, pay later, like a Klarna scenario, or even a loan to maintain beauty or wellness if they lost their primary income.
No, you just learn to get what you can get at Walgreens.
It says 35%, and I'll give you this number. 50% say they would go into debt for their personal care, but it says 40% of the people said that they would put off a vacation. Like they will literally take their own personal care over a vacation. That's how important it is to them.
Yeah, no. Because that vacation that's as much self-care as the lotions.
But Jack said it right, though. And we saw this a little bit during COVID, right? That people kind of went out and did that a little bit more. And it says that 33% of respondents admit that their self-care routines heighten during times of stress connected to the workplace burnout. In other words, almost, a third of the people that they asked said that, matter of fact, on top of us, going into debt for that, I will actually heighten that need for those personal care products and services, even though I can't afford them. That's completely insane to me, by the way.
That's just setting yourself up for more heartbreak.
But I have to tell you, I think one glance at me will tell you, I've never really prioritized, the beauty aspect of my persona. I've never really prioritized that in my life. I've never really, I tell you, the closest thing I do is I'll occasionally get a pedicure with my wife, and they're glorious. But even then, it's maybe once every 3 or 4 months that I'll do that.
I don't know very many men with a skincare or self-care routine that would mean that much to them, unless they're an alpha or a metrosexual.
Yeah, I think the
guys like you and Jack, do you even have moisturizer?
The one you gave me.
I need that back, by the way. I'm out.
A couple of years back. You gave me a kit, dude. It had all kinds of stuff in there.
And I've run out, so I need that back.
You're not getting it back, by the way. Sorry, you're not getting it back. All right, 407-916-1041. By the way, your 6 o'clock keyword is new. That's NEW. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
2 left lanes are blocked on Altamont Drive, eastbound at Orange Avenue. Traffic's backed up pretty heavy there. Maitland Boulevard still slowing down westbound. Approaching Bear Lake Road, the right lane's still blocked there. I-4, you're going to get stuck through Celebration. Traffic's moving slow northbound on Florida's Turnpike, approaching US 301. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
You save your money, so when it comes to smart purchases, you have it when it comes time to doing those big things. Like painting my house. Hey, I've done it before, but I wanted it done right, and that includes repairing before they paint, and that's exactly what you get when you hire We Paint Everything. Online at WePaintEverything.com. That's Raphael, and he's a great guy. He came to my house, we had a plan, and in 3 days from the soft wash until the final coat, it was great. That's the exterior, and it gave me a brand new house. So I started the summer with one house, I finished the summer with a brand new house. thanks to We Paint Everything. But it's not just exterior, it's interior as well. It might be garage floor coating, deck painting, fences, but inside the home, wall and ceiling, baseboards, crown molding, door frames, you name it, they can paint it at wepainteverything.com. You can give them a call for a free in-home consultation. Phone number is 407-657-2000. That's 407-657-2000. Over 75 years of painting experience, family-owned company that will treat you like family. They're based locally in Winter Park, but online at wepainteverything.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Summer is here, and if you want that fresh look that keeps you cool all season long, it's time to check out Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys. Real Radio listeners, you mentioned my name, C. Lane, and get a $20 credit towards your first visit. But that's this month only, so book now at hammerandnailsgrooming.com. Hammer & Nails, total man care starts here.
Faster than your phone charging. Faster than your lunch break. Faster than your commute. At Amscot, walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Russ Rollins here. This July, celebrate America's 250th birthday by declaring your freedom on outdated bathrooms, hard-to-clean grout, and the worry of hidden leaks. At HBN Bath, they'll help you enjoy beautiful, low-maintenance shower designs with quality products from brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. It's your chance to declare independence from old bathrooms once and for all. Visit HBNUSA.com. That's HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time, so I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
I'm Nick Turturro. You probably know me from NYPD Blue, The Longest Yard, or Spike Lee's Black Klansman. And on my new podcast, Delivering Happiness with Nick Turturro, I deliver pizza to a new guest. I've shared a slice with everyone, from Seth Rollins.
What are you doing with my belt?
To Bill Burr.
I don't think I've ever met somebody so exactly out of their mind.
We even have more great guests coming up, including John Turturro.
It's called happiness.
Delivering Happiness. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Delivering Happiness with Nick Turturro, and listen now.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Rates are near 3-year lows, and if you have a rate above 6.5, you may be able to lower it a point or more.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises. Plus, get up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit MSCCruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Into debt. Still, gotta look nice. Nice clothes. So, going into an uppity thrift store to get some nice clothes, button-up shirt, nice shoes, nice pants. Fake it till you make it, or like you got it. And also, gotta have my beer. I know it sounds cliche, but drinking the cheap stuff, not my IPAs.
Hey, JCS crew. You're right. If you're going number 2, answer your phone, because I was on the throne when I got the phone that said unknown, and now I got $1,000 in my hand, and my bidet keeps me having a great day.
Do we have another winner?
No, I believe that was the
other guy. Okay.
From today, but
God
he's letting it so he was in the bathroom when he won.
Yeah, there you go, man. Your 6 o'clock keyword is new, N-E-W. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. New. That is the word, guys. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
What do you think the happiest industries are to work in the good old U.S. of A, guys?
Radio.
You know that's not true.
What?
You know for a fact that's not true. I'm not saying it's a terrible job. I'm just saying I don't think that most people believe that this industry is the number one industry we have.
Is it in the world of entertainment?
I can't answer that, can I?
Oh,
I can't answer that, can I? Well, I'll give you.
We have a hostile witness.
Okay, here we go.
I know.
Yeah. All right, let me give you number 10. Number 10 is
Real Radio is on.
There you go. For 10 is petroleum engineers. I don't really know what that is. Is that a people who are like who work on oil decks or fracking sites or whatever? Or what is that?
I used to call myself a petroleum dispersal engineer.
When you pump gas in Jersey?
I pump gas.
Well, you can't pump gas in Jersey, can you? Or you can only pump gas.
Yeah, I was the guy.
Yeah. Did you have to wear a uniform for that? Like a matching uniform like back in the 50s?
We had work pants like mechanics would wear, but it was either a button-down shirt or a T-shirt.
Yeah, tucked in, nice, right?
Yeah.
Did you change oil and do air pressure and stuff? Is that as well?
I would do air pressure. I would add oil. I'd check your oil. If they bought a quart, I would add it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do oil changes. The mechanics would do that.
Very nice. Isn't it, just real quick, this is an aside to the topic. Isn't it wild that because back in the day when you put oil in a can, the can was like a paper can and it had metal tops.
Oh, right.
And you had to take this spout thing and stick it into the can, and that was like your funnel, right?
That was exactly it.
But the crazy thing is we had plastic then. We had plastic. Like the modern containers of oil could have been around 35 or 50 years ago.
Yeah, but maybe it wasn't as cost effective as those cardboard. The cardboard was.
It's got to be the case, right? Yeah. Because that was early. That's like in the 70s. Petroleum engineers, number 10.
Okay.
No jobs in the entertainment industry, unfortunately.
Interesting. A petroleum engineer is on the happy list,
which is weird.
Yeah.
So it can't be cybersecurity. That can't be a real happy job.
It says new research from an employee experience platform, Blink, found that while compensation remains important, workers who report the highest level of happiness also benefit from strong employee engagement, clear communication, and a sense of purpose in their roles. Mm-hmm. It says responses were adjusted to a 0 to 100 scale and then combined into a single happiness score weighted towards happiness, followed by meaning, stress, and pain. So those are the parameters they use to create this list.
So are you looking for like types of jobs or specific companies?
So this is not a company. This is a type of job because the number one, you could do this for a number of companies in America, but not too many.
Human resources.
They're actually, you know what, let me narrow it down. So you guys are super smart. I love doing this, by the way. I think maybe in America there are maybe 10 of these companies, maybe 10 or 15 of these companies.
Not charities.
It is a very responsible job.
Responsible.
And to be honest with you, I was surprised at number one because I actually didn't think that this was a job that was full of happiness, but apparently it is. Matter of fact, they got a 94.84 score.
Home health care worker?
Funeral director.
Airline pilots.
Well, of course, they're getting all that booty.
Airline pilots and flight engineers ranked as the happiest workers across all industries, earning a score of 94.8, despite reportedly having high stress. Like this is one of the, it's one of the stresses. I almost said stressiest.
It's because you're thinking about him tapping it in Africa, tapping it in Europe, tapping it in Southeast Asia.
It's a high stress job. 63%.
We work with someone whose husband is an international airline pilot.
Really?
Yeah, and who I was just speaking with her, and she's like, "Yeah, I got a call, and he said he's in Dublin." She's like, "What are you doing in Dublin?" He was supposed to be, in Pennsylvania. And it's like emergency landing. Just
wow, really?
One of those things you have to deal with.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
You do. You know her.
All right, very good. It says, despite reporting relatively high stress and physical demands, employees in these roles also recorded strong job satisfaction, and meaningfulness scores, while employee sentiment reached 92%. The next is marketing managers, financial managers, pharmacists, computer hardware engineers. You got one, by the way. What'd you say that you thought number one was?
Home healthcare worker?
HR, didn't you?
Oh, HR, yeah.
Yeah, human resource managers are number 6. And I would think that would not be a fun job. Like to constantly hear about people's problems. That's basically what HR is, right? People complaining and you managing that?
We don't have one.
It can be, but also you also are helping people solve problems.
Yeah, I got that.
So maybe that satisfaction is the meaning quotient in the equation
and
of happiness.
Making a better workplace for everyone, kind of being that, for the team.
Having purpose.
All of these people make great money. Matter of fact, one of the things they say down here is, let me see something real quick. It says something about the cash they make, but it says the profession also offered the highest average salary, $219,000. That would be the airline pilot. But I mean, pharmacists make great money. Computer hardware engineers make great money. I don't know HR resource managers to be so highly paid, but I'm guessing that's where you are and how many people you're managing, right?
Sure. I mean, you remember that Coldplay concert, right? I mean, those were some pretty sweet seats. Can't get those on a...
I thought they were in the bleeds.
If they were, we probably wouldn't have spotted them.
And here's a weird one considering the advent of AI, that software engineers... Or maybe that's just is that AI prompt engineers? Is that what that is now? Because I didn't think there were people writing software anymore. I thought that was pretty much handled by AI now.
Well, not quite. They're saying, it's being used for that purpose. It hasn't replaced the whole industry yet.
Yeah, but it just seems like that's, and again, I don't know what a software engineer makes.
Long term, it may be problematic, but currently people are still doing that job.
And these last two are kind of crazy. We know that 10 is petroleum engineers. Number 8 is postmasters and mail superintendents.
Really?
That's got to be a pay thing, right?
I don't know, because you guys remember, much to their chagrin, probably late 90s, early 2000s.
Going postal.
It was a thing. Yeah, I mean, the Postal Service was coming out and saying, hey, everybody gets a little stressed at the job.
Right,
Let's not give it the moniker of going postal.
But also having those jobs is one of those things that's a guarantee, right? Once you have one of those government jobs in the post office, you literally have to kill 5 babies to get fired.
And maybe being upper, the stress reduces as you move up. Perhaps, which might be the positions you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean,
what?
I had just completely lost my train of thought.
That's fine. And then lawyers.
A texter describes it as AI is a coworker to the computer programmers.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, good. Like an assistant.
Just like we're all using AI as an assistant.
Lawyers are number 9. And that's another one that's kind of weird because we don't, I think, didn't we read years ago? It wasn't one of those things like dentists and lawyers had the highest rate of alcoholism and some of them suicide.
For stress and suicide is veterinarians.
Yeah.
Is it vets? Wow.
Yeah, veterinarians.
Said, it says the likelihood of moving to a new employer slipped 1.4 percentage points to 9.7, which is the lowest since March 2021. So maybe that idea that we heard for many, many years that, we heard from these new generations, they were skipping jobs left and right because they'd been told the only way to get an increase or get respect in the job place is just you got to threaten to leave. And I know that for a certain fact that that's the only way that usually you can get people to pay attention to you is to haul ass. Or threaten to haul ass.
It's a real dicey game to play, though.
It is, though. I mean, you have to be very confident in your skill set. You have to make sure that your skill set is rare enough that, and then your work ethic is rare enough that, you are kind of irreplaceable.
Texter points
No
out
such thing.
Yeah.
a trend on the list of the happier jobs. The people who are happiest in their job, engineers, HR managers, is always the people who are in charge of making decisions. Most people who are miserable at their jobs are because they don't get to make choices.
Well, that's interesting. Do you feel that way?
I get to make a lot of decisions.
Yeah, you do as well.
I enjoy that.
I get to make decisions. I'm not a gigantic fan of it, to be honest with you.
Really?
I'm not. I got to tell you, when I was younger, I loved it. I loved that rush of making a decision and making things. But as I got a little bit older, it kind of wore on me because not only did I do it, I've done it here. Did it with the Monsters a little bit. Russ was making most of those decisions, but with my print shop and my business and in the family and stuff, I just, you get exhausted, man. After a while, it's just like the pressure of always doing it just got old.
But it's also the types of decisions. When
sure.
it can be, if it's creative or something in the positive, that can be fun. If you're trying to decide which employee has to be let go, not so much fun.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I do not have to make those decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, our people get fired from a different city. By people who don't even know who they are.
I'm laughing because crying on the air sounds worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This says, meanwhile, satisfaction with wage compensation, non-wage benefits, and promotion opportunities declined by 3.3%. So it's kind of a weird dichotomy there. Do you think that people are getting raises normally like they used to? Like they get that cost of living raise? It was like, what, 1.5%, 3% or something every year?
I think
every pay.
I think there's certain companies where it's kind of built in to their structure, and those larger corporations.
Yeah.
And I think
like part of your contract from when you sign on.
Yeah, and even if you're not contracted, it's just the way it is. Maybe at like some of the theme parks, or if it's union, like if the union has a contract for their workers, if it's union or places like, I think like a place like Starbucks has a regular kind of growth scale on their pay.
Yeah,
depends on how long you're there.
Right. Yeah.
Don't look at me. I make no decisions.
Yeah.
You like that?
No.
You don't like that?
Yes and no.
I was gonna say I don't get offended by this. I don't think it's a character thing or anything. You don't strike me as somebody who would like that kind of pressure. But but the funny thing is like during Suds Pups and Pints, which is basically your baby. You make all those decisions, but I can also see the stress on your face from doing so.
Yeah, but that's part of just doing that kind of an event.
Yeah.
But I thrive under pressure.
Do you really?
I fall apart at the little things, but I thrive. The bigger the deadline, the more the pressure, the more I shine.
And the funny thing is, Jack will tell you for a fact this is my personality, and I know it goes down with that ADHD thing a little bit, right? I operate the absolute best when there's zero time left to make the decision. And if you read anything about that kind of that disorder, whatever that may be,
it's a trauma response.
Everybody does it. Everybody that has this waits till the very last minute because they don't want to do it because they know exactly how much time it's going to take. Like I'll tell you, this is a good spot. Jack will laugh his balls off on this. You can't even imagine how many spots I got to cut tonight. You can't imagine how many commercials I have to cut tonight that go on the air for August. It is at least 15, maybe a few more than that.
You got a bunch that
for
came
the,
in.
For the Nickley Group, for Life Imaging, for all of our people who refresh their spots every month. Those all have to be cut fresh. And I waited to the very last moment. Now, I had some things going on that kind of pushed my schedule back, but I knew these were coming a week ago, but my body will not allow me to do it. I will push it off because I know I can go home tonight and rip them all out and it's done. I hate that part of my personality, but it's 1,000% in charge. Because it's not real good for the corporate world. It really isn't. Because people don't want to wait around for you to make a decision or tell them what you're going to do and then do it. I come through, but that's not the point. The point is I have other people that rely on me for those pieces of information, and they're pushed back. So now they have to answer to their people, and it's disrespectful. But as much as I've tried to help myself and try to fix it, it's very difficult. It's so hard to change.
Yeah.
It really is. And I can't, I've tried to do everything, leave notes, set alarms on my phone, and if it doesn't feel right, I just don't do it. It sucks. It does. It sucks.
Well, you're aware.
Yeah.
You're self-aware.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
And you're not the only one. And you're right, because it's like you send something off, and then it's like, okay, we have to wait for that response, and we just wait,
right.
And then if you wait long enough, then I'm like, oh, I forgot that was on our list.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And Jack reminds me a little of this stuff. The reps have started contacting me, and I'm able to do it. And when they get them, they're perfect. But God almighty, man, it just takes forever to get them. And I'm so sorry. I love them. They're great people. They have news.
Childhood friends are found shot to death in downtown DeLand. The Polk County Sheriff ties an executed man to a 1987 cold case and where you can get a content creation degree. Oh. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, guys, don't forget, 6 o'clock keyword is new, NEW. You got a few minutes to get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News, and we'll get the hell out of here on Thursday.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we're gearing up for a bit of a stormy day. We'll be expecting scattered heavy rain, downpours, and thunderstorms. Most of these starting at around midday, at least the heaviest. However, we could see some working in by late morning. As we head, though, throughout the mid to late afternoon hours, we'll be seeing scattered to widespread heavy showers and thunderstorms. These will gradually wind down throughout the overnight before giving way to a drier start to our Friday morning. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by OUC.
Is your AC working overtime? OUC customers can upgrade to a high-efficiency HVAC system and get money back with rebates. So staying cool means saving more. Don't just go green, get green. Visit ouc.com/getgreen.
Discover/Distillery, a unique distillery and blending house focusing on creating one-of-a-kind spirits in the heart of Winter Park. Step into their modern tasting room for expertly crafted cocktails and a truly elevated experience. /Distillery. Visit drink/.com.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks, like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
There once was a magic... Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real. like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
When bills can't wait, every minute matters. That's why there's Amscot. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hey, I'll be home in about 10 minutes. Actually, make it 8.
Hey, Mom. Yep, I'm walking home now. Mom, I'm trying to cross, but I don't think this driver sees me. No, they're driving too fast. Ah!
Speeding catches up with you. Early, on time, a little late, just get there safely. A message from the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather warned for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Hey, boys and girls, our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So looking ahead on Real Radio, it's going to be Friday tomorrow, and the Monsters will get you started right with we'll start 13 more chances for you to win $1,000. We had 3 winners today, and tomorrow we're looking to get more. That starts at 9 a.m. on the Monsters in the Morning. Now, when it comes time for you to look ahead, for you and your family, whether it's estate planning, wills, living wills, power of attorney, or trusts, you can trust Ray Trendley and his team at TK Law. Online, it's onefirmforlife.com.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Hi. By the way, yes, you do have another winner. And it's me.
Wow. That is Wendy, who is one of our earlier winners today. As I mentioned, we had 3 winners. A grand in your hand with more keywords to come.
Yeah.
7, 8, and 9 still to be played tonight. So as Deb points out, we have fewer players later in the evening. Increases your chance to win.
And one of those 6 winners for WTKS was a 9 o'clock winner.
Yeah. We're up to 7 winners now.
How about that, huh? Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Coming up tomorrow, it's a big Friday show. We will have, Singer Sale. We will have Embers Only. We will have, let's see what else we have coming up tomorrow. We have Primetime Kitchen with our buddy Fayez Kara tomorrow. We'll have the 8-bit update. And I think there's even more unbelievable like gaming news and console news.
You're going to have some thoughts on Sink or Sail.
Oh, really?
I can feel this one.
Yeah.
I feel this one coming.
Hopefully, we'll have Ross back. I've only spoken to him a little bit today in the morning, but I haven't heard from him from the rest of the day, and I don't know when his flight gets in. He said it's depending on when his flight gets in. He'll let us know. He's going to do his best, but we'll find out then.
Cool. He can be here.
And then that's that. I hope he is here. I agree 100%. Let's see what else we have coming up. We do have our big gig coming up in Mount Dora with those guys. The 14 Sketches is coming to Mount Dora soon.
That's right. Your chance to see Ross and Joel on stage, and it's worth it. Just trust me. I've seen 10 sketches. I've seen 10 more sketches.
Right.
So that gives them 20 sketches. They took their best 14 and they're doing this show. And this is a show that they're going to do in other places, but it's kicking off in Mount Dora. So you can see it at the Mount Dora Music Hall on August 29th. It's a Saturday night. I'll be there. I think you guys will be there as well.
Yeah.
I'm signing up.
Ross and Joel will be there. And it's something you don't want to miss. It's so much fun. They do such a good job. And it's smart stuff. It's goofy stuff, but there's smart stuff too. It's really, I couldn't recommend it more. realradio.fm/comedy. You can get info and tickets there. They have VIP seating, general admission seating as well. But it's always a fun time when we get to do shows in Mount Dora at the Mount Dora Music Hall. They treat us right, and everyone shows up for that. So we appreciate it. realradio.fm/comedy.
Yeah, that's a scenario where you really should take advantage of what Mount Dora has to offer for food. There are some exceptionally good restaurants in the city that you can go and visit, and offering everything from modern American cuisine all the way up to incredibly good Cuban cuisine, sushi, Indian food, English food. It is great views of lakes, great cocktails. Go down there for dinner, then slide over to the show. It is a perfect date night. Could not be more perfect. You could literally walk the entire thing.
You could, but maybe even make it a staycation so you can really enjoy yourself without having to worry about driving back home.
Dude,
Lots of bed and breakfasts.
That's right. A room at the lakeside wouldn't be the worst. To wake up Sunday morning and have that crazy buffet out there.
That's where we spent our wedding night, Lakeside Inn.
Also, real quick, something happening tomorrow. It's we partner with Fox 35. It's the Backpack Brigade. So we continue with this is our third event in the past week of trying to help the students in our community. And if you want details, that they're going to be at the Super Walmart in East Orlando. Real Radio will be there, XL 1067 and Fox 35. But it's a big event,
nice.
And they give you the school list as you walk into the Walmart, so it's so easy to take advantage of tax-free shopping for the school supplies, and you just drop them off right there. It goes on all day. All the details on our website, realradio.fm/events.
And I think some new talent from Fox News will be out there, right?
That's right. They have a new anchor coming into town. His name is Jack Royer. He's going to be there, and probably you'll hear him on the Jim Colbert Show in the next week or two.
Hey, how about that? Very good. All right, Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
And You Heard It Here First is brought to you by Stellar Nights at the Orlando Science Center now through August 8th. See the lineup and grab tickets at osc.org. Just remember to please arrive early as shows fill up quickly. All right, 2 former Central Florida residents, including a student at the Citadel, found shot to death in a vacant industrial lot near the Athens Theater in downtown DeLand. Police Chief Jason Umberger said the victims, described as childhood friends, are 19-year-old Dustin Rose and 18-year-old Samson Campbell. Both formerly lived in Central Florida but had moved out of state. Umberger says detectives haven't identified a motive.
Investigation remains active. We are not in a position to speculate regarding the motive or whether these 2 young men were targeted.
So Rose was a student at the Citadel and served in the South Carolina Army National Guard. Campbell lived in Chicago. Both had multiple gunshot wounds. They're trying to figure out Did they just decide to meet up in Central Florida, or were they lured here? So police say they haven't identified a motive again, so they're asking for the public's help with any information on what happened. If you encountered these two young guys, if you saw something suspicious, let them know.
Right on.
A man put to death earlier this week for the 1987 rape and murder of an 11-year-old girl is now tied to the killing of a 14-year-old in that same year.
Wow.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says detectives built a strong circumstantial case that James Duckett killed Jennifer Weldon of Lakeland.
We never had not one iota of evidence that anyone other than James Duckett ever committed this murder.
Weldon disappeared during a walk home, and her body was found at a mine near Fort Meade. There was no DNA, witness, or video evidence that could tie Duckett to the murder, and he refused to talk to detectives. Judd plans to ask the state attorney to close the case. Representatives of Weldon's family and friends attended his execution Tuesday, and guys, he was executed on her late mother's birthday.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes, and the family of the 11-year-old allowed this girl's family to attend Tuesday's execution as well.
Damn.
And then finally, Arizona State University is introducing a bachelor's degree focused on content creation beginning in the 2026 to 2027
smart
academic year. Very smart. The 120 credit program will be offered through the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Students will learn how to build online audiences and brands while creating digital content, including videos and podcasts. The program's capstone project requires students to launch a social media account and demonstrate measurable audience growth.
Wow.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert
That's
Show.
awesome.
Isn't it?
I should enroll.
I was thinking that I should enroll.
Yeah, no joke.
Maybe they have an online degree.
Who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Mills Air for making our Thursday saucy.
Yeah, man.
Thank you,
for
Mills.
Sure, yeah.
Also want to thank attorney Glenn Klausman. Just in case you missed Colbert Court today, his podcast has already been posted at The Jim Colbert Show. And last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Badass Bullware for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that very much, as we do every day. Jack, question of the day?
Yeah, in our YouTube chat, we posed the question, have you ever worked third shift? Work overnight.
Right. Oh, man. 17% say yes.
How about 62%?
Oh, no way. Really?
At one point or another, they say, yes, they've
Wow.
worked overnight.
That's crazy. Yeah. That is a
big number.
That's an eye-opener, too, man. When you work that your clock gets so screwed up, man.
But that's good for people who work in the morning.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a lot more people listening than you think.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. What do you say, guys? Don't forget, we have more keywords coming up, 7, 8, and 9. Of course, the Monsters will start the machine back up again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. The money's out there, guys. We're winning. Go get it. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. And for us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time. It's Love Thy Neighbor. It is Real Laughs. And, of course, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Thursday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah. If you missed any part of the show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
All eastbound lanes are blocked on Colonial Drive between Bumpy Avenue and Bennett Road due to an accident. There's a crash on Altamont Drive near Montgomery Road getting cleared up. I-4 westbound past 429. An accident's reported off to the shoulder there. There's a crash off to the shoulder on 408 eastbound at Kirkman Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-847.